Hey, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to the Team Hitless Winter Charity Event. We are starting up Dark Souls 2 now, or as the starting soon screen said, Dark Souls squared, but it's the same. Don't worry about it. Anyways, once again, we are raising money for the American Heart Association's Revive project, which aims to close the health equity gap and raise funds for life-saving research. So right now, there are a lot of people that don't have the access to the health care that the American Heart Association really thinks that everybody should have. And they're hoping to close that gap for people and make that available for as many people as they can. So far, we have raised $7,600, 7606 and 45 cents to be precise. You guys have been absolutely crushing it. So thank you all very much for that. And without further ado, I am going to pass things over to our commentators. We have a couple of amazing commentators so far. We had Tansu and Bibo B for the last run. And now we have Artie as well as Pigeon, who are going to be commentating this run. So they can pop on in here whenever they are ready. But our runners today are going to be McSwoozie, chusommontero, Otzdarva, and McDrunkard, four absolute legends playing the best Dark Souls game in existence.
What's up, boys?
Hello.
How are you all doing? Well, yeah, I'm Artie. I'm one of the Team Hitless moderators. I haven't done DS2 Hitless yet, but I plan to do it in the future. I have done plenty of challenges though, and me and Pigeon are gonna take it over with this game.
Yeah, and I'm Pigeon. I've done Dark Souls. I've got 3 hitless runs under my belt at the moment, and currently working on all bosses, all achievements, some crazy stuff. So yeah.
And I'm Yo Josh Areno. I'm extremely handsome and humble. And yeah, take it away, guys.
All right.
If the runners want to come over here, we can introduce them all. The 4 runners that we're gonna have today are gonna be chusommontero from Spain. Um, I think he is pretty new to Team Hitless, right? I think he got his first runs this year, but he has been getting tons of runs. Amazing runner, very entertaining guy. We have Drunky. He's a DS2 verifier. He's one of our OGs. Looking forward to his runs. We have Suzy and Otz. I think nobody knows who those guys are. Pigeon, if you want to introduce them.
Yeah. So Otz is another one of the old school players, I would say. Otz is one of the first people to do Dark Souls 2 hitless. Made obviously very famous by the all bosses run that probably most people know about. And Swoozie is again another big name in Team Headless. He's been doing trilogies. He's currently doing trilogy, all base game bosses. Super good runner. Super fun guy as well. And I'm sure we're going to see another great DS2 run from him. I'm looking forward to see what different runs we're going to get today as well. Obviously, with it being not set for any particular weapon or magic or anything, we're going to see a lot of variety today, I'm sure.
Hell yeah, that's great to see. The runners can actually come over to the channel for our countdown. What's up, bots?
Hi.
Welcome
Hi,
in, guys.
hey. Is everyone ready to go? Do you
Hello.
guys want to say anything?
Good morning.
Find McDrunkard instead of me, please.
Don't
Just keep that tradition alive.
do that, man.
Stay away from my path. Find Drunky. He's been practicing against you.
And
He's
before
got
3
it.
forlorns.
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
think it's gonna be a great time.
We
I
come
think it's gonna be a great time.
for all of us.
I imagine. Oh dear.
Let's go. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to come up with. Lots of legendary names in here. So, without further ado, I think we can go into the countdown.
All right. Good luck to everyone.
Let's do it. Yeah, good luck, guys.
Good luck,
All
guys.
right. So,
Good luck, everybody.
Pigeon, you want to count down?
Okay, everyone ready?
Bingo.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Let's go then. So let's start in 3, 2, 1. Go for it.
Let's go. Good luck.
Good luck to everyone. Now let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. This is gonna be
Pigeon,
super interesting.
how many different routes do you think we're gonna see here today? Are we gonna see Old Souls, 4 Rottens, 4 Freyas? Anything different from the usual?
I
What do you
would
think?
imagine most of the runs, or if not all the runs today, is going to be full run. I would imagine to see a little bit of variety between the traditional Nazca and Congregation routes, going through Seldora, getting the chunks, and we might even see a Shulva run today. I think I saw McDrunkard doing a run that requires Twinkling Titanite, so he may well go to Shulva to get those there.
Nice.
If I would be very, very surprised if we see a Old Souls or even a like all base game, something like this, simply because of the amount of time that we're limited to. 3 hours for a Dark Souls 2 run on Old Souls Hitless would be quite tight, I would say.
Yeah, so you're telling me no one's gonna do 4 Lost Sinners?
I mean, it could happen.
Sag.
If they're running vanilla, I would say it's not even a terrible option, to be honest with you. But it looks like most of these guys are running Scholar. By the looks of it.
All right. So, as I said, like I haven't run DS2 Hitless yet. What do you have to say about the starting classes from everyone? Is everyone
Um,
gonna go with the same? I see Otz chose a different class as well as Chuso.
So we've got 3 different classes to start here. Drunky has started with Swordsman as well as Swoozie did. Both of those classes start with okay ADP, which allows them to dodge fairly well in the early game, as well as 12 or more decks to start with so that they can use the rapier. It starts exactly with 16. Otz
Nice.
and Schuster, I believe, have both gone with Explorer. Explorer is probably like, I would say, just as good. The difference is they don't start with such a nice weapon. They start with a dagger and a few extra items, namely witching urns, aromatic ooze, Faros lockstones, other things to sort of get them through the run, rather than having the use of the rapier immediately. It does mean that the early game they'll need to find a different weapon to use on bosses such as the last giant, because the dagger is really not very great for that. But it's quite easy to pick up a hand axe along the way. The other thing I'd note about the starting class for Explorer is they start with a lot more ADP, so they don't have to level that. So that's why it's probably about balanced between the two classes. I am a little bit surprised. Well, actually, no, I tell a lie. I'm not surprised at all. We didn't see Bandit this time, even though Bandit is a great starting class. It starts with a bow, starts with enough stats for a rapier, but the lack of ADP, it is only 3 compared to the 12 that you'd get on Explorer.
So Bandit is more for the speed.
Bandit
You
is
would
picked
say.
in almost all speedruns. Sometimes they do use the Explorer as well, but Bandit is what most people will go for speedruns. I would say that it is very good for Hitless even, because you don't have to dodge many things in the early game.
Nice.
We're seeing them all do a very simple, a very same early game here. You'll see all of them kill the NPC here to grab his clothes so they get more souls so they can progress through the game. We're seeing most of them grab the homeward bones on the side here as well, and I believe a couple of them grab the shard that's in the chest and a couple other items, probably to sell later on. Most of them aren't very much use at all, but they'll be sold for just a few souls.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see everyone kill the Moglin. I think it's pretty standard, right? I don't
Yeah.
think I've seen a run where they don't kill Moglin.
The
Maybe no hit speedruns.
In no-hit speedruns, you would kill Morglin probably after Pursuer, so that you've got a +6 rapier, because it's not time efficient to go and kill him at the start, because the souls you get is negligible. Until
Even
you get
with the
to his
bombs.
With the bombs, most of the time they don't have it because they go in bandit.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
Bandit can kill Morglin at the start, but it would just be better to go get a rapier and get the souls.
So
Fair enough.
I
later
would just like to draw attention to our charity counter tracker right now, because before we started this run, we were at $7,500, and now we are over 8,000. We have hit the $8,000 goal. We are at $8,000 or $8,046.80.
GG,
What
everyone.
happened? You guys are great, dude.
I'm
You
telling you,
guys
dude.
absolutely
Dark Souls
crushed
2,
it.
best souls.
Best souls, bringing in the love for charity.
Thank you all so much. This is amazing. This community is awesome.
Absolutely legendary.
Now, what you'll notice about the screen at the moment is we've got 3 people going through Hyde's Tower of Flame to cheese the Dragon Rider for some free early souls, but we see Chuso here going through the Forest of the Fallen Giants already.
Yep, he's going for the last giant.
Yeah. So a little bit of a variety to start already.
So what's the benefits between each route?
Between the going for last
The
giant.
last giant or Dragon Rider?
I would purely say time and like the amount of souls you have in the early game. Chusa going here, there's no real risk because he's got enough skulls to get him where he needs to be. But he won't have the extra few thousand souls that you'll get from throwing this idiot off the ledge.
I see.
There's no risk going to hides, so it's not that as a factor. It's just probably time.
Oh, there's someone. There's 2 enemies chasing Chuso. Quite unusual, if I do say so.
I would say his best bet to here would probably be to throw a skull or go up the stairs and then just bone out.
Yeah, going up the stairs is probably his best bet.
That would be the safest thing to do, or throw a skull outside and hope they both chase. Fighting these enemies with a dagger
Oh, there's
is
a
not.
third guy
It's not
coming
good.
on.
Oh dear, this is getting hairy.
That third guy is the one who usually follows me in my casual runs. But I've never seen the other 2 come over as well. Oh, nice. He got
Ooh,
the
nice dodge on
rest.
the first one, and he gets the rest. Very nice.
We see the others are now going to the Forest of Fallen Giants.
Following in close behind.
Yep.
As you see, it didn't save much time not going for Dragon Rider to start.
True.
They're probably only 90 seconds, 2 minutes behind.
And they are all pretty close together. All 3 of them.
And all still hitless, which is good, considering
Yeah.
that kerfuffle that Juso had just now.
True.
That was very, very well managed by him, I gotta say. And look how in sync Otz and Swoozie are.
Exactly.
They're almost split
You're
screen.
told so. Okay. Chuso going up the this is funny because I have never played DS2 leveled. So
Really?
whenever I see I just play SL1. Whenever I see him going through that tree right there, I'm like, okay, now he's gonna go kill the hat guy.
He's gonna go get Kale's helm.
Yeah.
Reject.
But you don't need it for leveled,
No.
obviously.
Nowhere near. So Chuso's not picked up another weapon, if I'm.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Anything. So I think
To be
he's gonna-
fair, the dagger is pretty fast.
it's very
Depending
fast,
on how
but
he fights less giant, he could do some quick work.
I would say that he's gonna have trouble with just getting in close enough because the dagger doesn't really move you forwards as you sort of
Yeah, I would
Or-
personally buy the hand axe from Melentia.
yeah, or just go upstairs. If you don't have the souls, go upstairs, break down the door. It's in a chest. You can just pick it up.
In
But we're
both
gonna switch
versions
over.
of the game?
I believe so. It definitely is for Scholar. And I believe that's what
Okay.
he's running. So
So I have wasted my souls for years now.
and it's only 700. And look,
Yeah.
this is the damage he's pulling. Even with a buff, it's only 47 per hit.
Yeah, but at least he's doing the melee, like close-up strat,
Yeah, yeah.
which
I'm
is a
much
bit
prefer-
faster, just dodging the stomps.
It's very safe from him when you see the giant jump away there. If you just back off, just
Yeah.
so that he doesn't give you any memes.
Yeah,
If the giant like stomps on the wall, sometimes the foot will slide down and still hit you.
yeah. And an alternative strat would be to just walk away from him and then run into him. He's always gonna do like an attack that with his hands you can just run into him. He's always gonna miss you, and it's an easy punish. So if you have difficulty dodging the stomps, you can always just run away, run in, hit him a few times, run away, and keep up that loop. It's much slower though.
And the last giant goes down. And we're seeing something very interesting on the Drunkie's screen. I'm not sure if you noticed that. He's just killed
Yeah,
Pate. He's just killed Pate. Which is
yeah.
not the same
I
way as the first
noticed
one giant.
right as he killed him. Do you think there's any particular reason aside from souls?
It could be souls. It could be the weapon that he gives, which is the spear, which is actually quite a good weapon. So we might see spear only from Drunkie.
I don't think he picked up the weapon. Oh, he's
Yet,
picking
not
it
yet.
up
He
now.
went for the users first.
Nice.
And Pate spear. He gets
Okay,
the Ring
this
of
is
Thorns.
exciting.
The Ring of Thorns doesn't do anything unless you get hit, so it won't be that.
True.
So he's picked up the weapon and he's boned out immediately. So that makes me think that we're going to see a spear only from Junkie here.
Why does Ots have a club right now?
A club or a mace is often a very common pickup for Dark Souls 2 runners, simply because the rapier is terrible at killing crystal lizards. Having the club or mace just makes it very, very simple.
Yeah,
And
I usually see the mace, so I'm just impressed by the club choice.
yeah, club is 400 souls cheaper, so it's, I suppose, a tiny little
Oh, fair
optimization.
enough.
They do about the same damage that you're gonna kill a lizard in 2 R1s anyway, so either way is gonna be fine.
Nice.
And here we see Drunky now killing Morglin. Now he's got his weapon. He can finally deal enough damage to
Yep.
murder
And
this man.
Chuso going for a pursuer.
He just ran past a couple enemies there, by the looks of things.
Okay, I think he
Straight to the
got it.
barrel. One roll.
Nice. Pretty good.
Clean.
I noticed Swoozie actually went up the ladder. In that one part where Pursuer comes early. But
Yep.
yeah, is it safer to go up there or?
I would say both ways are probably just as good. Going up the ladder means that you don't have to do one jump, but that one jump into an enemy is very safe, and it will stagger the enemy, meaning it won't hit you or anything.
I see.
Going up there doesn't really give you any extra risk unless you go up there a second time, then all the other enemies aggro, and that can be not so great. I'm seeing Ots here going through Forest of Fallen Giants very slow, very methodically, turning the enemies around. He's
Oh.
creeping past this turtle. That is scary. And Chusa's burning straight out of the Bastille, probably to go back to Macduff. No, not Macduff. Leningrad to potentially buy a weapon.
I'm just going to jump in for a second to plug the charity again, guys. We are raising money for the American Heart Association's revive program. We are raising money to help close the health equity gap and get some healthcare to some people that might not otherwise have access to it, as well as raising funds for life-saving research. Every single donation counts. So if you can spare a few dollars, click on that Tiltify link. You can make your donations there, and it all goes to a great cause. Thank you guys so much. We are at $8,296.80. So just about at that 8,300 mark. Let's see if we can get to 8,500 today. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you all so much. And I don't know if you noticed, but Susie was it? Yeah, it was Susie. He did the strat I mentioned for Last Giant. He was walking away and then walking back in to bait out the arm attacks, which show it's just really safe.
Mhm.
Albeit
not taking
a
single
bit
risk.
slower.
Yeah,
And
probably not by much.
yeah, the range on the spear is pretty insane. At least it looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, and you've got to imagine this is a twinkling titanite weapon that has some good scaling, if I remember. It's got great range, and the damage is pretty nice as well. So once that thing's upgraded, we're going to see that hitting really hard. And Odds is actually here using the club to take down the giant. So not only is he going to be using that for the lizards, he is going to use that here to kill the giant.
Yeah, and fun
I suppose you
fact
get
is that the last giant is actually really weak to strike,
Mhm.
which I didn't know until I checked the game files, and like I expected him to be much weaker to thrust, because that's usually how most enemies go, unless they're wearing armor and stuff. But last giant is actually really weak to strike, so the club is definitely not a bad choice here.
Yeah, actually, it's very solid. And getting the sort of like double value, using it here, using it for the lizards as well, I suppose that's quite an efficient use of it.
Absolutely. I think he's
Um,
also weakest to magic, so the
I think
buff
it's
is also
dark.
on point.
I think
It's dark?
dark is his absolute weakest, but magic is not far behind.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no real easy way to get a dark buff this early in the game, so yeah. Now, we've seen Chuso pick up a rapier as well, so that's good that he's not going to be running to Rotten with just a dagger as well. I'm pleased
Oh,
to see
nice strat by Chuzo with the parry on the wall.
that. Yeah,
I
guard
didn't know about that.
either guard breaking against that wall, or using the point emote, or quite a lot of emotes actually, will actually push you off that little edge.
Yeah, I usually take like 5 minutes trying to walk.
Yeah, very
Um,
slowly off the edge.
yeah.
And
Lots
we have
killing enemies. Okay.
We have a $10 donation from Nuadito, who says, hashtag Team Bolas Doradas. Thanks for that $10
Let's
donation.
go, dude. Team Bolas Doradas. Let's go.
Incredible name, honestly.
Hell yeah.
Chuso's doing really quite a fast run here. Putting it all together, like no Dragon Rider, he's already going towards Ron. This is not slow by any means.
Yeah.
He's still
I
sticking with the +3 rapier, but that's going to be more than enough for Ron, because
Yeah,
he's obviously very
absolutely.
weak to the rapier.
Oh, that's so unlucky. We're gonna count that as one hit, right? Because that was a undodgeable combo on Chuso.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's like one mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
that's unlucky. That's the problem with the rapier for most new players, especially. It's really hard to aim your attacks, and sometimes you're gonna whiff and get punished for it.
And we're seeing here Drunky taking on the pursuer here in the little arena by the
Yeah.
chest that everyone else has got.
Is this for Titanites?
This is exactly for Twinkling Titanite, yeah. So
Nice.
that tells me, if he was going to Shilva, then he would not need to fight this enemy by any means. Unless he wants a really early upgrade, there is no point doing this. So
It's
there's
probably not going then.
he's probably not going Silver. He's just gonna kill this, get a few extra souls, and then and we're seeing that attack, and he finishes it off nice.
Oh, nice. That's a rare attack right there.
I love to see a pursuer fight.
I don't even know if the actual boss can do that. Or if it's just the pursuer enemies.
I'm not. I gotta say, I'm actually not 100% sure myself. Most of the time you just see it die too quick for it to.
Oh yeah,
You know,
true.
let that attack out.
Yeah, you guys use ballista and stuff.
The normal boss can if he gets the grab attack off on you. Nice. Good to know.
Thanks, Saxonator.
Thanks, Six.
We don't get hit, so we don't know. Kappa.
Yeah. Imagine getting hit by the pursuer.
Okay, Chuso going to Rotten. Seemed like a pretty clean route right there.
This looks
Through
very good.
the poison
Everything
splits.
everything he's done is looking really quite good.
Rolling the attacks always scares me.
Yeah, especially, he's got moderately low ADP here, but he's doing absolutely fine here.
Oh, mods. We're getting raided by bots. Now, if anyone wants viewbots, you guys can just check chat right now. There's a bunch of offerings.
Yeah, you guys want to get followers, become famous? You know where to go. Okay, we're seeing mcswoozie backtrack here as well to kill this ogre in the first area. He's just going to take it out with the longbow here, and it's going to drop him the stone ring. Stone ring is
For
kind
the
of
boys
it's
damage, right?
it's poise damage. Most times you're going to notice that is just against mobs, normally with the bow. It obviously does affect with the rapier as well, but the rapier will stagger most enemies even without stone ring.
True.
Especially with like an R2 or something instead of an R1.
Yeah, but it's really useful for the bow.
Yeah, super useful for the bow. Very good in Amana and any other bow heavy parts of the game. So crit
Absolutely.
is really useful. If he ends up killing any small fast enemies, it's just insanely useful to have.
But yeah, as I was saying before, regarding Rotten, I don't know why, but rolling that specific boss's attacks actually scares me. I don't think I've ever rolled a Rotten attack. I just walk away and walk back in to
Walk
punish
back
him.
in. Yeah, that's just
It
as
does
good.
the same job pretty much. Maybe you
Yeah,
can
and
get one extra punish if you roll.
I think it's probably best. I think they're probably about even. In all the speedruns, you'll see some attacks be outspaced if they're sort of regening stamina. That's obviously better to do that than waste all your stamina again and then not be able to punish. Whereas if you dodge the attack, you've got one less attack worth of stamina to do. So it
Fair
depends
enough.
what your situation is with your stamina at that time.
They choose a leveling up. Dexterity. You said some of them don't actually have to level up ADP.
Well, yeah. For the rapier, you want to level up Dex to 12, and that's the sort of base level. It does decent damage at that. You don't really need to go much higher than that. But
Okay.
Dex, on the swordsman, is plenty, but you'll need to level it up on the explorer class. Whereas it's the other way around for the ADP. On ADP, you need a lot more on swordsman than you do on explorer, just because of the starting stats.
I see.
obviously, all these runners will level up ADP probably until they get enough iframes that they feel comfortable with. Normally, that's either at 99 or 105 agility, which is the stat affected directly by ADP. So we'll probably see about 30 points in that for each of these runners. And we're going to see what I think was really interesting here. We're seeing 3 people about to go through Shaded Woods, including Chuso, and Chuso's 1 rotten ahead compared to everyone else.
True.
I
So-
would like
that
to.
shows the pace that he's going at.
I would just like to point out that we are officially over $8,500, and our most recent donation was from somebody named thatCoolBlackDude. His comment was, "If Otz does not win, it was rigged. Swoozie was the mastermind. Chuso did the dirty work, and Drunky brought the alcohol to get Otz hungover for the event. Team 3 is number 1. Lol dab." Very, very, very nice message. That's wonderful.
I
I
don't
really
even know what
love.
to say.
Whoever that was.
I just love how wholesome this community is. You know, I love that everybody's always cheering each other on.
Well, I mean, I'm the referee, so if Otz doesn't win, I promise to whoever donated that beautiful message, I'm going to ban everyone.
Oh, Drunky takes a hit at the door there.
Okay,
That's
one
true.
more step for Otz to win then. Nice.
It's
Just
super
kidding.
super nasty hit to take there.
Yeah, that
the
was
Basilisk-
unlucky.
The Basilisk came in close. Drunky did the right thing of trying to throw a knife at it, but his character was just facing in slightly wrong direction.
So, yeah, I'm curious now. I mentioned earlier that his spear actually has a really long range. Why didn't he kill the basilisk over the door?
So he did do 1 hit over the door, which is about all you can get. You can't really do consecutive attacks through the door.
Okay.
The first attack will bounce you off. He could have done a jumping attack through the door, which probably would have done a little bit more damage. But it still wouldn't have been enough probably to finish it off with the second R1. Which
see.
is why
Unfortunate.
which is why I think he went for the throwing knife. But he had to turn his character around, and DS2 has a really strange mechanic of when you do turn around fast and try to throw a consumable, the consumable doesn't always line up with where you want it to go. It sometimes will, if you're rotating left, it'll go further to the left, which is exactly what we just saw here.
Okay. So Otz is talking to Gavlan right now. He's probably gonna buy a lot of poison arrows and maybe poison knives.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see that. I'm watching what he's doing quite closely.
He's selling a bunch of stuff for souls. Well, for those who don't know, I believe Gavlan is the only NPC in the game where you can actually sell your items, right?
That's very true.
So
And-
yeah, unlike DS1 and DS3, this is the only way for you to sell your items. And he's
Yeah.
always in different locations for like 3 of your meetings. Like first time you meet him in No Man's Wharf. Then it's in the poison pool, I believe.
Yes, yeah, just after Skeleton Lords in the Harvest Valley.
Exactly.
And the third time is just after Doors of Pharos.
And that's when he's gonna be selling everything he has, right?
Yeah,
Like
at that point he sells infinite poison arrows. He also will no longer move. So now Otz has talked to him in the wharf here. Gavlan will move immediately. You don't get a second chance to
Exactly.
talk to him. You will have to go through Skeleton Lords, which is not an easy task this early in the game with no magic.
Exactly. So right now he only sells, I believe, 20 poison
yeah.
arrows, which it might seem very low, but it's incredibly useful.
It's super powerful. Normally enemies take around 4 to 5 poison arrows to be poisoned, and that's also affected by red tearstone, which we're going to see later in the game for all of these runners.
Yeah, exactly.
That instead means that the enemies, instead of being poisoned in 4 or 5, are poisoned in 3 or 4 hits. Which obviously, when you've only got 20 arrows in a run, it can actually make a big difference.
Exactly. So we can see Swoozie actually already has RTSR active.
Mhm.
So I actually didn't even see them pick up the RTSR. I noticed Drunky picked up Clarity +1, which is
Yep.
also really useful.
Yeah, and it looks
Oh,
like Chuso's going back there.
yeah. All in all, DS2 probably has the biggest ring variety among the series. And all of them have like their niche uses. I'm not exactly sure which rings are considered the most important for Hitless. I'm sure it's like RTSR, maybe Clarity. We saw them pick up Stone Ring as well.
Yeah, best rings in terms of damage would be RTSR is the best at plus 20%,
Flynn's,
and
yeah,
then
Flynn's is really good as
Flynn's is
well.
plus 50 AR if you don't level up your vitality at all.
Exactly.
And then Ring of Blades is a little bit below that, I believe. But you're right. Clonity Ring, Cat Ring is obviously very, very important. The Silver Serpent Ring is essential to beat in the game unless, you decide to farm more than just 4 rottens.
Or do
And-
Old Souls.
Or do Old Souls. And then there's King's Ring, which is clearly very, very important. Allows
I don't think you need that one.
We see a very clean, very simple Najka from Swoozie here.
Yeah, that
Very,
was
very
pretty
well done. Get some decent RNG.
good. Najka is a really funny boss, to be honest, in the sense that she's either really freaking easy or she can just end your day, pretty much.
If Najka starts to go wrong, it's quite difficult to sort of get her back into the loop that you want. Because most of the time she will sort of back off once she's out of the loop, and it's hard to get back in range of her to
Exactly.
start punishing again, and then she will just keep jumping away and keep jumping.
And Otz just killed Flex House Sentry. I believe he used 8 poison arrows right there.
So he used 4. He got 1 proc of poison, and then he used some witching urns and some fire bombs, and maybe even a couple normal arrow shots, and then another poison, and finished off with a witching urn.
Exactly, and that's something we're gonna see a lot from here until the end of the run. Poison arrows or just arrows in general are really OP in DS2. So there's a lot of bosses where you don't even go into melee range, at least some players, because it's in general it's just safer and easier to stay at range and chunk them down with arrows.
Chuso nearly gets absolutely smashed by a second Najka blast. It's quite rare on the Najka fight. You'll always go in, you'll attack her once, and then she'll pop up out the ground.
Yep.
Sometimes you'll attack her once or twice, and then she won't pop out the ground. She'll do a second attack.
Okay, Chuso got the bad RNG.
Yeah. So at this point, he needs to try and bait another attack so that she does the attack while he can run away.
Oh, those rolls.
But he just outspaces it. Very well handled, and we're gonna see him.
Yeah,
Again,
now he has to go back in.
He has to try and get back in range. He gets a nice attack to do that with. So
yeah, that's a great opening.
He's standing in a great position here. But
oh,
again,
that's perfect.
He still jumps out.
Oh, nice.
Nice dodge. Really nice stuff. And she's tunneling. Okay, this is a moment for him to just calm down, relax himself a little bit, and wave to the camera.
Those were some scary rolls.
That was some really, really good play there, actually.
Nice, he got it.
Yeah, nice.
Very well played by Chuso.
Yeah, seriously good stuff.
Very nice comeback.
He made that look very, very easy, and trust me, that is not.
Absolutely. We were just talking about it.
Exactly.
A huge shout out to all these runners, guys. They are very talented and very, very entertaining too. You absolutely should go check out all of them. McDrunkard, mcswoozie, Chuso, and of course Otzdarva, all legends in their own right. Go check them out, guys. And a huge thank you to our commentators as well, who are bringing their own knowledge and giving us a lot of insight on the game. Thank you guys. Artie and Pigeon, of course.
Pleasure.
Thank you to our awesome voice, Yo Josh Arena. I believe you guys might know him.
Who?
Pretty cool guy.
Who Mega Lol?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, thanks to everyone involved. This has been an amazing event so far, and I'm having a lot of fun watching these runs and amazing routes by everyone.
And it's all for an incredible cause, and y'all are absolutely crushing it on the charity donations. We are up to $8,587.80 that y'all have donated for the American Heart Association's Revive, which is going to help close the health equity gap for people who don't have access to a lot of the healthcare that they need. And it's also funding life-saving research. So this money is really going to save lives. And all of your donations count. So if you can donate, please do. It does a whole lot. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks everyone. And Susie taking on Congregation. That was
Best boss.
honestly that was a bit sketchy.
Yeah.
But he managed to take it back and he got it hitless. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
As I said at the start, Swoozy's a very, very experienced runner when it comes to especially any percent bosses. As he's done any percent for each game multiple times, having the trilogy under his belt, and even now he's doing the trilogy all bosses base game. It really does pay off. It shows you, even if something starts to go wrong, he has a way to bring it right back.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes that's what to me takes a good runner to a great runner.
Yeah, absolutely. Knowing how to come back from tricky situations is what makes a great runner, for sure.
Now, one other thing I wanted to point out about Otz's run, when he was with Gavlan, he also bought some poison resin. Not a common pickup that you see by most hitless runners, or most runners of the game full stop. But if you can find a fast attacking weapon to take advantage of that, I think we're going to see a lot of poison on a lot of enemies and bosses, which could be quite a lot of damage.
Yeah. And can I just say I love that thread? The fire arrow to the bomb right there to kill that enemy. I didn't even know that enemy was there. That was really cool.
Yeah,
Really
hiding in that
shows
little.
the yeah.
Yeah, when he went up the ladder there into that little room with there's a tiny little gap in the fence there that he has to snipe through and then go for the fire arrow. Yeah, it's a super nice strat.
And it really shows the knowledge of all these runners, but especially Odds, since he helped route so much of this game for Hitless. He dedicated so much of his streams and all of his challenges to DS2, and it really shows how knowledgeable he is.
Yeah, it's great seeing him back at in Dark Souls 2.
Absolutely. Chuso going for the jump attacks on the crawling guys, which is probably the best way to kill them. It's really easy to whiff when you just try to R1. So jumping attacks killed all of them. Really clean fight by Chuso.
Yeah, again, we're seeing speed come a lot from Chuso here, and again, that is hammering it home that he is super fast on that fight as well.
Yeah, and
there weren't many whiffed attacks or missed opportunities. He played it very safe, but still very, very quickly.
absolutely. And Drunky is killing the giants with firebombs, which I personally have not seen that before. I usually see people using poison knives or poison arrows. And I think this means he's going to Shova.
It does indeed, or either that, or he just wants some souls. But this is a terrible way to get souls.
Yeah.
So I would hope this means that he's going through Shilva, which I personally would love to see. It would be really interesting to have at least one of these runners go a completely different route today. Explore a different part of the game.
Exactly. And that also means, like as you said, he's probably gonna go there because he needs the Twinkling Titanites, and he's gonna get a lot from there. But also he's gonna get flints, which helps a lot with damage.
Gonna be
The the
huge damage.
spear the spear already seems to do like really good damage. And so he's gonna get upgrades, he's gonna get flints. I believe he already has RTSR. I'm not exactly sure. So his damage output once he comes out of Shovel is gonna be huge.
Yeah, I think comparing it to the sort of what's it called, the meta route that we're seeing coming out from mcswoozie here to start off with. I think the damage is going to be not far away from being comparable, which is really really good considering going for a weapon that's not so popular such as the spear.
Yeah,
That's the advantage of Shulva, especially with a twinkling weapon. It's just as good, if not better.
exactly. And DS2, I mean, most people play with the rapier because, I mean, every game has its meta. We have the Twin Blades for DS3, BKH for DS1, and rapier for DS2. But I would say out of all the games, DS2 probably has the best weapon variety. There's so many viable weapons that deal a lot of damage if you know how to properly um level up and build up the damage buffs and all that stuff.
Yeah. I would completely agree. Yeah, I can't really add any much more onto that, but there are so many different weapons that you could use that are the damage as you say is very much as good or close to the rapier. Um, the one disadvantage you don't get of going for like a different weapon is it's probably slower than the rapier. Rapier is by far one of the fastest weapons in the game.
Yeah,
Second,
absolutely.
second to the dagger, but obviously the damage is way higher on rapier. Although saying that again, Drunky fighting Rotten right now. Still hitting Rotten's weaknesses with the thrust damage.
Yeah,
He's got the upgraded Pate Spear from killing that pursuer early, which is why we're seeing him do so much damage here.
yeah,
Normally,
that
if
was
he didn't
some
kill that, he would probably be only here with like a +0, maybe even.
huge damage. Absolutely nice. Yeah, Josh, I have never seen the spear either. I don't know if it's usable at SL1, so that's probably a reason why I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's
Um,
the stat requirement for that, I believe, is somewhere in the 20s, if I'm not wrong. I think it's like 1827 or something like that off the top of my head.
yeah,
Yeah,
I have
catching
used
me nowhere near.
spears at SL1, so I've used the hide hide knight spear, the lance and great lance. Those are pretty freaking good. At SL1 at least. Like they're not a rapier, but it deals a ton of damage.
Look at Artie over here thinking he's too good for levels. We get it. You're
I,
good.
I just googled it, and Pate Spear is 1127, not 1827. My bad.
But 27 is too high, right?
Way too high.
For
Yeah.
SL1. Yeah.
It wouldn't be so bad if it was the strength that was that, because then you could two-hand it, and that halves the amount of strength you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Drunky's going to do a big jump here, which is going to skip over to the area just past the Giant Lord gate, and he's going to pick up this item here, which is a couple Twinkling Titanites and an extra Fragrant Branch.
Very nice.
That's going to give him more levels on his weapon, and it's going to give him an extra branch, which means he won't need to buy that from Melentia later.
So overall, Drunky's route seems like it's something that really comes together with resources and usage of everything. Like he's saving souls from not having to pick up a branch from Lancia. Um, He's getting all these upgrades. He's going to shovel for all the upgrades and flints. So he
He's very well
really
optimized.
makes the most of the resources that are given to him.
Yeah, it seems really, really well optimized. I
Exactly.
think Junkie's probably put a good few hours on this run, making sure it's as good as can be. And he hasn't even used a bow yet either. I'm pretty sure all other runners you've seen use a bow or consumables to kill some enemies from afar. We've seen Drunky use a couple consumables, some throwing knives, that sort of stuff, but he's not used a single shot from a bow to deal damage to an enemy yet. So
Yeah.
his run so far is completely Pate Spear only.
I don't know if you're looking at Chuso's camera, but that guy just dodged like 5 of his arrows.
These
Okay,
guys
he
are
got it
really
done.
mean.
Very nice.
Now, I also don't know if you saw it earlier. Otz has actually picked up Twin Blades. It's an item found in
Oh.
the Lost Bastille. It doesn't deal great damage, to be perfectly honest with you. But once like infused or buffed, it's pretty okay. But it also attacks extremely fast, which, as I was saying earlier, is going to be great with the poison resin. So that seems to be his main sort of strat for this run.
I see, fair enough. And he picks up the poison arrows right there as well. Really easy pickup and incredibly useful as well.
And we're going to see him also pick up a couple more items here. So he just picked up some dung pies, and down here is some more resins in this pot here. So he's going to grab that. So 3 extra poison resins. All in all, seems like he's going to be dealing a lot of damage.
Through poison, which
Through
is,
poison.
yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, and something we don't see very often. It's something that's very, very interesting. And completely, completely different.
Wait, Chuso got hit again?
I think it looks like it, yeah. He's missing health, and there's no way to take that much damage in Bastille without falling off something lots of times.
It was probably the enemy right before the
Yeah,
the fog gates.
it's probably the guy at the bottom of the ladder.
Oh yeah, true. That one.
Last enemy before the ladder, yeah.
Okay, Drunky going to Showa right now.
Oh boy. My favorite area in the game.
Guys, give me a second. I'm gonna go grab some water because my voice is already
Yeah, by all means, go for it.
dying.
I came
I'll
prepared.
be right back. Okay. Fog?
And guys,
Pigeon is gonna sing you guys a song. Be right back.
I don't know about
Monk
that.
DMCA.
No, it won't be good enough for that.
And huge shout out to LilBiz, guys. They are hosting today's event on their PC. They're handling the behind the scenes stuff, the scenes, the tech side of it. So lots and lots of love to LilBiz because it's hard work making the show work.
Can't be easy taking care of all the rest of it. We can sit here and watch these guys, but without all the behind the scenes stuff, changing all the screen and everything, wouldn't be the same. Now Truso needs to kill this sentinel here quite quickly. You see the second one just fall directly on top of him. If it had taken another couple seconds, he could have been in some trouble there. Seeing mcswoozie light the tar pits on fire.
I'm
Birds
back.
rotten. Welcome back.
We missed you,
Don't worry.
Artie.
I'm back, guys.
You didn't miss any hits.
I'm not gonna go away anymore. Promise.
He said he was going to the grocery store.
Yeah, I gotta go buy some cigarettes.
Not again.
Please no. Chuso doing some showboating here. Nice. I like it. He's giving the camera the old finger waggle, saying no, no, no.
We got Rotten, we got Sentinels, we got Shulva.
We've got things
So
to
much
twist.
going on, and so
What up?
many differences in all the routes.
I love DS2 runs. I just, it's always so good in events.
People can say whatever they want about DS2, but it's the most entertaining game to watch. At
And there's,
least,
like, no runner does it the same way.
exactly. It's so much variety. I love it. Okay, so Utz is also killing the ogre for the stone ring. As we said, it's really useful for bow and arrow.
I would say that Otz actually did that in a slightly better way than we saw it done. Was it by Junkie earlier? Or was it no, Swoozie that we saw do it earlier. I'd say Otz did it in a slightly better way, because he stood on the other side of the ogre. On one side, the side that you have to come from, the ogre has a clear path to you, which means all you have is sort of backing away to deal the damage. Whereas where Otz was, he went all the way round and then started shooting, which means he's also protected by a little cave there, which completely negates the risk.
It's really, really safe. I think if you don't want to use bows, you can just stand behind the giant, I believe, and he's just gonna try to sit on you, which is a really funny animation.
Yeah,
And you
butt slam
can
attack
get a lot of free hits.
the butt slam attack is very easily punished. With Rapier, you
Exactly.
can probably kill it in one cycle with the if he gives you that attack.
Exactly.
All you have to do
Mulesor,
is sneak up behind him.
yeah, Mulesor, Drunky is in the DLC to pick up some materials and Flynn's ring to
we're gonna
get
see
his damage way up.
We're gonna see a really interesting firebomb from him here. It's very, very hard to land this one, but it looks like he does it first try. I'm gonna wait for his reaction. It looked good. He's going
I
again.
have never seen that firebomb. I didn't even know there was a button there.
It's the button's just the other side of the wall, but it's incredibly difficult to hit from there. I wouldn't want to do it in a tournament setting because it's that difficult. Even with 26 bombs, I would still try and stay away from it. But as he's using spear only and he's got no ranged weapon, the hexer up ahead becomes very difficult to deal with.
He's got no bow? I just realized he's got no bow.
Yeah, so he is just doing spear only.
Wow, okay.
With just consumables to help him.
We
It
see
looks like-
Otz is breaking all the statues as well in gutter. Or like Oach, right?
That's some old school strats again.
Yeah, that's incredibly old school. But it gets the work done.
It does the job. He'll get there hitless and he'll get there comfortably. And at this point in the run, that's all he wants. If he can get
Exactly.
past the rottens nice and comfy, then it's game on. Junkie is really
I
having
believe
some problems with this button.
Yeah, and I believe Swoozie killed 2 Rottens already.
I think so.
And
Yeah.
Chuso is going for his second as well.
Yeah.
It's so exciting to see like these OG runners come back to the scene and also be running alongside some sort of like newer talent, you know?
New blood.
Seeing how their runs differ. And there's also like, you know, Otz established some of the no-hit strats that people still use. And like, you know, Drunky too.
Exactly.
And we've got 3 rottens on the screen at one time. What more could you want from Dark Souls 2? Best boss 3 times over.
3 Rottens and a Shulva.
I think Drunky, by the looks of things, he's looking up the lineup that he's probably found earlier. He's probably finding a clip of his to just double check, make sure he's getting it spot on. Because as I say, that bomb, even if you line it up perfectly, there's 2 different angles. Even if you do the exact same thing, there's 2 different angles that the bomb can go at.
Oh, that's so... Yeah, that's so sketchy.
Yeah, so if you line it up perfectly, there's a 50-50 chance that it works.
That's so unfortunate. Nice dodge by Susie on the AoE. I usually just see people walk behind Rotten for that one. He actually rolled it.
Yeah, we're seeing Swoozie roll almost every attack.
He's
Again,
not
as you pointed
punishing
out
right
earlier,
now.
as you said earlier, there's two different ways you can do it. You can either try and outspace the attacks, which probably is a little bit harder to do correctly all the time, or you can just roll through everything. Still requires practice, still means you need to be very precise on your inputs, but it's a little bit more forgiving.
Yeah, and we also see Otz using the Twin Blaze here.
Yeah. The as I said, the damage isn't great. He's dealing about 370 damage per R1.
And he's not buffing either.
But that's no buff, no RTSR. So as I said, you're gonna
At
see
the end
him.
of the day, it's really not that bad then.
No, once he gets all his buffs and gets everything going in the same place,
Got clipped by the
gonna
fire there.
he's gonna be doing great damage. Yeah, and I think that's why he's not gone for RTSR.
He actually
Oh,
bottomed
okay,
out on
yeah.
stamina too, which is very scary.
Yeah, stamming out against Rotten is not something you want to do.
Nice, he got the kill.
I also look back at Junkie's screen, and he has hit the button, and he's moving on with his life. He's killing these enemies with throwing knives.
Very nice.
These hexes are very, very weak. They get staggered by almost anything, especially a knife. So Junkie can just stand there and just keep throwing knives.
Here we see Tanimura's genius design, where enemies are blind and deaf. He pretty much just walks behind them and they don't know anything. You see this actually. Oh, that enemy falling was hilarious. When you throw skulls against some of the Shovel Knights, it's actually really funny how they completely forget about you. Later into the DLC, a little bit later.
And likewise, you can have the exact opposite thing happen. Some enemies in the game have certain like AI that means that they will always do a certain thing before reacting to a skull or the spell that does is a very similar thing to it. So for example, there's one enemy in the third DLC that even if you throw a skull at, it will still try and shoot you, and it won't go for the skull until it's done its first shot.
Wow,
There's some very scripted attacks that, if you don't know about it, will catch you unawares every time.
that's great to know.
Now, Drunky looks like he's going through Silver the second time. He opted to not get the bonfire here. Doesn't really add very much more risk. Looks like he's just going to do this nice and cleanly. And we haven't seen a single forlorn yet, is something I was thinking earlier. Going through Silver does give you...
Cast a curse.
it does give you 2 or 3 opportunities to get a forlorn in your game, but Drunky has gone through all of those points already without getting one. So I've not cast a curse to Drunky, but maybe somebody else.
We're gonna see a forlorn in the next 5 minutes.
Do you want to make a prediction on it?
I can only hope. I love Forlorn. I can hear you guys collectively mauding at me for seeing that.
Honestly, I quite like the concept of Forlorn. I think it's really, really cool. But while you're trying to do a no-hit run, it's not very helpful. To say
I
the
saw
least.
this crazy strat that you basically, what you want to do is you stand still for 15 minutes and deliberate what you're gonna do about forlorn, and then he just takes pity on you and leaves.
People leave.
The craziest strat I know for Forlorn is to go on your Steam account and uninstall DS2.
Strats.
That probably takes slightly longer than 15 minutes to reinstall though, so maybe not as time efficient. Okay, and with this pickup here, I believe Drunky will be finished with Silver. If he's doing the short Silver, then he'll just bone out straight away here. Yeah, there you go. So now, I was keeping close eye on him, and Drunky went through. He picked up all the Twinkling Titanites, so he should come out of here. He should grab a +5 weapon, and then he'll be able to fight 3 Rottens, like everyone else is doing at the moment.
And +5 is the max, right? For
+5 is for a Twinkling Titanite weapon. +5 is the cap instead of +10, which
exactly.
everyone else will be getting on the rapier and the twin blade that we see here.
Okay, so his damage output is about to become huge right
Oh,
here.
I can't wait to see it.
It's gonna be disgusting. He's gonna be hitting some big numbers.
I'd just like to
So-
point out that oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, you can go ahead.
I just wanted to point out that about an hour ago, we were just under $8,000 raised. And, you know, about an hour later, we're already just shy of 9,000. That is insane, guys. Thank you so much for donating to charity, donating to the American Heart Association to help save lives. You can click the link in chat to donate if you'd like to contribute as well. It really does make a huge difference, and it's going to a great cause. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and if you guys update the stream, we also have a panel now under the stream. You can just click the panel and donate. But thank you all so much for the support.
We are blown away, seriously.
Yeah, it's definitely overwhelming. You guys are amazing. What I was gonna say is that Drunky's setup, it takes a while. Like we are 1 hour into the run, but now it's pretty much finished, right? He's pretty much set for the entire run, and we're probably about to see him just speed run through the rest of the game.
Yeah, Drunky's setup here is really nice. He's done this like really well. Everything has been by the book. He's picked up all the right stuff. There's nothing that he's done that I could criticize, to be honest with you. Everything has been very clean. And yeah, one thing I wanted to say was we just saw mcswoozie. mcswoozie's just done Sentinels. We saw Chuso do that a little bit earlier, and the reason for that is mcswoozie's gone back there after doing a couple of Rottens, so that he's just got more damage to take out the Sentinels faster.
Yeah.
So just being a little bit more optimal with his time there, I would say, making the fights just a little bit easier. And so he's dealing. He can probably kill the Sentinels in maybe 5 hits instead of like 7 that Chuso was maybe having to put out. So a little bit safer.
Which is pretty much one opening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can get two hits easily per opening with the rapier. Otz is going back here through Shader Woods. He came through here earlier, but he's going back through just to grab the chronically ring here. Which I think
We can also see, yeah, we can also see Drunky's damage output. I believe that's an 800 right there.
802.
Yeah.
That's spicy.
And that's
The,
NG plus Rotten as well.
The sweeping attack he does there always does less damage than the poke. Obviously, again, as
because
we
it's
said earlier,
not a thrust.
Because it's not a thrust, he doesn't get the same bonus.
Yeah. But it's a nice extra attack.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's quite a stamina efficient move to do and very time efficient. With bigger weapons like Pate's Spear or a Lance or a Halberd, especially in Dark Souls 2, it takes a lot of time to wind up the attack. So doing an attack out of the roll and then one to follow up is very efficient in terms of time.
Yeah. And fun fact, we're not gonna see Aldia. Probably, at least. I think I don't think anyone's gonna fight Aldia. But with a spear of that size, and at least with the hide lance, which I've used before, you can hit audio through the fire.
Hmm.
So if you stay the right distance away and just R1 him, you can hit him through the fire and not get hit back. And it's just really, really cool.
That sounds like a good strat for bosses like that, such as Aldia and Smelter Demon as well. And again, another boss that we're not going to see on this run. But
Yeah.
a boss with an AoE constant attack that's going, that counts as a hit, that you could outrange.
Yep. I have not seen anyone outrange Rodent with a melee weapon, but I've heard it is possible, and this is probably one of the weapons where it's possible.
Probably this or the washing pole are two of the longer weapons in the game.
Yeah. And from what I can see, looking at Drunky's character, this moveset, he also doesn't get pushed forward when he attacks. It seems he just stops in place. He doesn't
Very
move at
stable.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, really useful actually. Because with most weapons you have to readjust your positioning, and with this one you can just spam R1 pretty much.
Yeah. As you say, with the rapier, if you do consecutive attacks, your character is going to walk forward slowly. And if you've got an enemy that's quite agile, such as the shadow enemy that we saw Otz blow up with the fire arrow earlier, or the mannequins that we're going to see later after Dragon Riders, those enemies are quite nimble, and if they like move to the side quite quickly, something like the spear is going to be able to track them a lot better than the rapier is.
Yep. I believe nothing's going on right now aside from Chuzo going to Drangley Castle. So, Josh, if you want to read a donation, feel free.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have two new donations from Jesua, who's donated $20 and says, "The best for all of you guys. Thank you thank you for making this event possible." Thank you, Jesua. I appreciate that. And thanks for donating to charity. And we have another one from Anonymous for $50 that just has a heart as the comment. Thank you very much, Anonymous, for donating to a great cause. And we are now up to $8,978.14. Really, really close, about $20 away from that $9,000 goal. Thank you guys. Y'all are absolutely crushing it.
Any $21.86 donations? Mod check.
Dinos fish. Okay, we saw a very, very clean Najka just now from Otz. I'm not sure if you watched his damage, but those twin blades are insane. He's buffed it this time with lightning because Najka's, I believe, immune to poison. But the damage there was incredible.
Yeah,
Instead of
it
dealing like
looks pretty good.
instead of dealing like 360 per combo, that was probably like 7, maybe 800 per combo.
And what Chuzo is doing here right now is one of the spots in the game where the stone ring is really useful, right? Because you can actually knock back the enemies and you don't have to get close to them to make them open the door. You just shoot them from afar, they get knocked back, and their soul goes to the giants.
I thought you were gonna say that this is one of the areas in the game where you can get a full on, and I was like, yeah, dude, we can. But no, it's not to be.
But am I right? I mean, does Chuzo even have stone ring? I think I'm actually wrong. Maybe you don't need stone ring there.
The stagger from the bow does actually push them back enough. But the stone ring would stagger them earlier and do more staggers.
I see.
So having the stone ring there would be useful, but not essential. The stone ring is really useful where we see Swoozie right now. He's instead of doing what Chusa did, which was running past these ghost enemies, Swoozie's opting to snipe them with his bow. I believe Swoozie has a more upgraded bow and a long bow instead of a short bow, so it deals more damage compared to Chusa, which is probably why we're seeing him take his time and slowly deal with the enemies.
Yeah.
This ghost here, he decides to just run past instead of stun locking it, but it's with the stone ring, it's very easy to just stand there and just spam arrows at it. If you get headshot, it gets completely staggered, and you get time to regen almost all your stamina before you have to fire your next arrow.
I'm gonna be really honest. I didn't even know you could damage the ghosts. I thought you could only damage them if they have a body.
No, the ghosts here are a little bit different to the ghosts that you'll see, for example, in Shilva. The ghosts that you see when Drunky was running through Shilva, he didn't throw a single consumable at them. He didn't do anything like that because those ghosts, I believe, are only weak to elemental type damage. So if he had like a fire weapon or electric or lightning, or rather, or anything like that, he would deal actual damage.
You have
Whereas,
to break their statue, right, to damage them.
exactly, yeah. And if you don't, then you just got to deal 3 damage to them a hit or something like that.
Well, but we also saw him just making them fall to their death,
Yeah.
which is
Much
really
easier,
useful as well.
much faster. It's a blessing. Shoulder
Yeah.
would not really be possible if or it would not be easy. You could do it, but it would not be pleasant if they
And we
didn't.
also, we also see Otz going to Otzdarva. I believe he's gonna grab a Titanite's brick, whatever it's called in English.
Yeah, we're
Forgot.
gonna see Otz pick up all the chunks here.
Yeah,
And
sure.
but first he's got to get through congregation, which with this weapon, it's
And drop the
actually
slab.
this weapon's actually really difficult to clear through this enemy with. He's
Oh, really?
hopefully going to make it look like light work. Yeah. It's a good weapon for dealing with these enemies because it's got a lot of range and it sort of swings around him, so there's not
Yeah,
much
exactly.
chance of the enemies like coming too close, but the enemies can easily come from behind. It's a room full of little gremlins that can easily just pop up behind him. Oh.
Drunky's screen. Run, Drunky, run.
How do we feel about Congregation compared to Deacons of the Deep?
I think deacons are harder, personally. From a challenge running perspective. At least it depends on how much damage you have.
I would say it depends on what damage you have and what build you're using. For example, Rapier makes these guys super free. The speedrun strat is you just stand against the bench, and then before they've even got a chance, you've killed both the casters, and it just makes it, very easy and not really a problem at all. If you're doing a pyromancy build, you can get like poison mist, which poisons all the enemies in the room, which makes again life is super simple. But if you're doing something like twin blades, Odds has handled this very well because he's got a bow. But if he was just using twin blades, this fight would be much harder. Also, somebody donated and we got above the 9,000 mark.
Yeah, so that fishing from a few minutes ago, let me tell you, Ivan the Worst.
Let's
Got
go,
him
dude.
hook, line, and sinker with the $22. Thank you very much, Ivan, for bringing that total above the 9,000 mark. We are actually already up to $9,120.
Wow.
Any $880 donations?
We need to get it to the next increment of 69 if we can. That's the meme, right?
We gotta get it to 969696.
Actually, I have some news. So the event total, so not just for Team Hitless, but for the Revive event total, it's currently at $64,096.69.
Holy moly.
It's
That's
beautiful. There's nines and sixes all over the place. It's beautiful.
I think going for 969696 would just make everyone not want to donate. So maybe that's not the best thing.
That's
no
true.
No one wants to break that.
We could try to go for 100,000, maybe.
69,000.
Any Bill Gates in chat?
Any Bill Gates?
I'm calling Jeff Bezos right now.
Any oil barons? Bitcoin miners, perhaps?
I heard Avian is actually a oil baron. What's up, Avian?
How about these runners, guys?
Any runs?
Wait, there's Dark Souls 2 happening right now?
Mod check?
Oh my god, Chuso is actually...
It's so
I am
dangerous.
clenched. Oh my, he's free aiming
And
it too.
Drunky as
Oh
well.
no.
Drunky and Chus are both going through some sketchy moments. Oh, unlucky.
These
Chusa
enemies
goes
are
down, but
terrifying.
he went down with style.
He didn't get the Souza RNG
No.
where all attacks just whiff you.
But we saw Chusa here. He did a really clean Dragon Riders. He got through Dragon Lake perfectly fine. But those enemies are hard to hit, even if you're locked on sometimes. Sometimes
Yeah,
they will
absolutely.
sometimes they will just decide to like dart backwards and forwards. Even if you're locked on, your character will still miss. Even if you're using throwing knives, even if you're using a homing missile, sometimes that misses. So it's hard.
I would personally say those are the hardest enemies in the game for me personally.
Just to hit them, or just in general?
Just like the pressure, because I feel pressured when they're running at me. They're so fast.
If you
Um,
can pick them off one at a time, if you can do the strat, if you've got a bow, you can pick them off one at a time and
Yeah.
sort of separate them. That makes it a lot easier. But you're right, when you've got two of them chasing you and they do those running attacks with the claws, super scary.
Soon enough, we're getting to the best area in the game that most people love. So yeah, Amana, dude, so fun.
I'm looking forward to see how Drunky handles it without a bow.
Oh my god, true.
Because all the other runners so far have used a bow and have got a decent high level bow with some good arrows. But Drunky is staying pure and doing melee only.
Oh,
Or,
is it
well,
I
almost
not
remember-
melee.
time time already?
Yep,
Oh boy.
almost just pretty much one boss away.
Well, Otz has still got some runs to clear.
Oh yeah. So
But-
one boss away for Chuso and two bosses away for Drunky. I was gonna say I remember seeing in the Discord server a few nice threats for Amana. I wonder if that's what Drunky is gonna use. Also, that's unfortunate.
Chuso is absolutely hellbent on getting a 360 no scope to kill this guy. And I respect that so much.
I think he's asking for one more. Or one hit only.
Oh yeah, that was
Oh
one
yeah,
hit.
that's one
That was
hit.
one hit.
Yeah, that's
It
one hit.
was
After
two,
that
like,
first hit, there was definitely no way to
yeah,
avoid the
that's
second
one hit.
That's for sure.
We see Drunky fighting Dragon Riders. First one died so fast they couldn't even see it.
Yeah, 3 hits with no RTSR.
Yikes.
That's some great damage.
Yeah,
That's the
that
flips
was
coming
some
in for
quick
you.
work. Very nice. Very nicely done.
We're about to see Swoozie go straight into the same boss again, this time with a rapier and RTSR instead of Flynn's. And I think the damage is going to be comparable. So if you take into consideration that Drunky could have plus 20% damage on top of what he has already, that's
Yeah,
that's
that would
how
have been insane.
mean that weapon is.
That's really cool that they named a ring after Artie.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the Artie SR, dude.
Yeah, Artie, sir.
Yes, sir. And there we go. So you see the first Dragon Rider goes down in 3 hits again. So the damage is very similar. And here we see Drunky again going for the mannequins here. He's going to have to do it melee. or maybe he can do some throwing knives, or ooh.
I'm actually impressed to see. Oh, nice. Drunky got it.
That was super close. If that spear had less poise damage, he would not be in such a good situation right now.
I'm actually impressed to see the many rolls on a lot of these bosses. Like Dragon Rider, for example, you can strafe everything he does. But I think it's so scary when I see them rolling the attacks. Because DS2 stamina works in a way that, like, you roll once and you lose 50% of your stamina.
Yeah.
So
If you don't absolutely put loads of points into endurance, you're certainly going to be running out very quick. One attack, one roll, and suddenly with 20% stamina left.
yeah,
And I think that's where Drunky's build is a little bit weaker than the standard rapier and stuff, because he's had to sink that many points into dexterity, up to 27 at least. Then that means that's all those points that he can't afford to put into endurance.
that is true.
And Otz as well has a very like stamina hungry weapon.
Oh, absolutely. And again, the Twin Blades is again high requirements, lots of dex needed to even wield the thing. Otz here fighting the invisible Rotten. He
Wait, what?
bones out. It looks too
Okay,
scary.
it's just to avoid the guy.
And he burns the ascetic this time, so we're gonna see another one.
I actually thought there was a bug for a second. Because in Hollow Knight you can get invisible bosses.
Oh really?
Yeah. The literal last boss in the game, he can be invisible for you. So
For any reason or just randomly?
I've heard that mods, like visual mods, affect it. So like there's a higher chance of it to show up. But in our first event ever, like 2 or 3 months ago, our first race was Hollow Knight, and one of the runners actually got the invisible boss at the end of their run. So when you said invisible rotten, I just got some PTSD.
Oh, look at this. We've got 3 lifts at the same time.
Oh my god.
It's the trip lifts.
Yeah, that's a moment to read donations if I've ever seen one.
I almost just feel like I just need to take this in.
Drunky
This is a
down
once
the
in a
lift.
lifetime.
Any donations, mod chat?
We have had some, but they haven't been in this and using our Tiltify link.
Okay, fair enough.
Did you guys see that? Drunky went on the lift, he came all the way back down, he walked his dog, he went to the store, and then came back, and the lift was still not down. And he came back just in time.
His IGT just went from 1 hour 22 to 5 hours, just cause of the lift.
Chuso's out of here, dude. He just left. He's gone. He's got time though, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like 12 minutes to spare here.
I think we missed a Chuso hit, by the way. I think he was going for the 360 again. And I believe he got tagged.
Sage.
I-
I mean,
I thought he only got hit once.
if he got the 360, then we can, you know.
Okay.
Sage.
So we got it. Okay.
I was gonna say if he
Chat
didn't,
was saying there was another,
Sage.
360th.
but I think we got it.
If he got the 360, I would take 5 hits away from his run, but he didn't get it.
Was he going for the AI loop on Mirror Knight here? So some very precise inputs there that you have to do.
I don't think we missed the hit. No, I think it's probably 5.
Okay.
No, I'm sure chat would have said something.
Chat? My chat?
We were so focused on the elevators.
Blown away.
Oh, Susie seems to actually be fighting Looking Glass Knight and like not using the loop.
No. Swoozie, I believe, does not use the loop. Whereas I believe we're gonna see it from we're not even gonna see it from Drunky here. That's really
True.
interesting. Most hitless runners these days use the Mirror Knight AI loop. You run in, you run to a specific point, you can buff your weapon, and then Mirror Knight will just loop his one of the easiest attacks to punish, and all you have to do is strafe some attacks, and you can pretty much kill him freely without having to dodge anything. Smoothie here, it gets through the boss. He doesn't take a hit. He does it very cleanly, but without
Oh,
Oh,
the
the
loop.
backstep.
we
The
see
yeah,
backstep.
backstep
Junkie is backstepping.
come
That's a
from
swag strat,
Drunky.
if I've ever seen
Because
one.
the punish is really, really good.
It's the sprinting R1 afterwards, which has
Yeah.
multiple hitboxes on it.
Exactly.
That's beautiful.
Those backsteps even harder than they look, and they don't look easy. So
Exactly. They
big
actually
genius.
don't have that much iframes.
No, it's minuscule compared to rolls. So the
Yeah,
fact
I
that he pulls that
thought it
off,
was a stagger at first.
Yeah, me too. Actually,
yeah, same
that's
here actually.
that was incredibly clean by Drunky. Very
Yeah,
well done.
that's pure showmanship and a true show of skill. That takes some big balls to do in a tournament setting.
Yeah. Chuso is also apparently not doing the loop.
It looks
Oh,
like
he
he's
got
doing
a strafe. Very nice. Others were actually rolling that attack, but he got a strafe. Very nice.
That's
Yeah, that was
clean.
kinda loop. Like
That's
a half loop.
that's about the cleanest you'll ever see Mirror Knight. And he's
So,
gonna 360. He's 360 some of these enemies as well.
I did not realize
Uh
that
oh.
what happened?
Okay. No, the enemies they were right
Oh, yeah.
beside Chusa, but they ran back.
So I didn't realize that the shield actually has like active blocking frames even when he's not holding it out in front of him.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
If
disgusting.
So your weapon
if
just
you hit
bounces
it,
off of it if you accidentally hit it.
yep, it's trash.
That's terrible.
And this is what I'm most worried about for Otz's run. Again, as we said earlier, on the congregation fight, having a weapon that sweeps quite wide is a very useful thing, but it's quite the opposite against Mirror Knight. He's gonna very much struggle to kill Mirror Knight by just standing there and strafing him, because I assume the hitbox of that weapon is going to be too large, and it'll sort of bonk off the shield before he can sort of finish the fight.
Yeah, we're gonna see. And I think it's funny, like Mirror Knight is it's pretty much a lightning boss, but almost everyone uses lightning buffs against him because it's the most abundant in the game. Like you're gonna have a lot of those by the time you get to him. And he's actually not that resistant to it.
No, Mirror Knight's a very strange boss, in regards to like what he's weak to and what he's strong against.
Exactly.
The best thing to use against him is either
Magic.
Chromatic Ooze or a Dark buff. One of the
Yep.
two is absolutely the best. But Lightning is not far behind.
Exactly.
Simply because in the arena he's being rained on, which actually in Dark Souls 2 affects the amount of lightning damage that he takes.
Is that the reason?
Yes. Yep.
Holy moly. Okay.
And
That's
we
insane.
just saw a hit here from Swoozie. I didn't see exactly what it is, but he's running through a mana, so
Oh,
someone
wow.
must have clipped him.
I knew being wet makes you take less fire damage, but I didn't know it makes you take more lightning damage.
Yeah.
So that was
Souls 2 is cool
Swoozie's
like that.
first hit.
Ott's the only one
Unfortunate.
going hitless there. It sounds like we've got a rigged tournament.
Okay. Well, CBD did pay a lot of money for that, so
I think
rigged.
I'll be having a chat with Swoozie afterwards to see how much he got paid off.
Yep. He just checked his PayPal account, and he was like, "Okay, time to get hit."
Drunky has a message for us.
Again, asking, do
Run,
you run
Drunky,
or
run,
kill? No, kill, dude. Kill.
run,
100%
run,
kill.
run, run. Come on, Chad, run, run, run.
This area is way too scary.
Yeah, soul guy, run.
He knows what the people want to see.
Exactly, dude.
At one hit right now.
I believe in the the Forrest Gump strats. He can do it.
This is if he pulls this off, I'm gonna be amazed because this is not easy in any way.
Here we
Okay,
go.
that's a safe spot right there. But oh my
This is
god.
the hard bit. It's a big load of
Yeah.
water, nowhere to go. It's gonna run close here.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
I
Oh,
take it back. Just kill the enemies.
Oh my god.
I just want.
He's-
I don't want to see this.
oh, oh.
Oh no no
Too
no.
close. Wow, that is incredible. Oh,
Oh.
he actually did it.
Oh.
Look at his face.
Oh my god.
Insane.
Actually insane.
Can we
Holy
get rid of his
shit.
hit now? That was
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
that was oh, that was nearly better than
Oh.
the scope.
We have all lost years off of our lives.
Absolutely. Oh, it's not even a one shot. Let's go, dude. It paid off, you know?
Smiley face.
I mean, that
I
was
believe
pretty
Ott's
easy.
Ott's
He
on his
knew
last
he
one
wasn't
now.
gonna hit. What? Sorry?
I believe Otz is on his last run now.
I
this is
believe so
run number
too.
4.
But his damage is really, really low. He's not even
Yeah.
dealing yellow damage.
No, against Rotten
Oh,
Form,
now he
no
did.
RTSR, no Bright Bug. He's dealing 600 per combo, which is it's okay.
It's less than what Drunky was dealing per hit.
Exactly.
But I mean, Rotten is one of those bosses where you just have to be patient, pretty much. All of his attacks are very telegraphed.
Did we see another
But
Chuso hit, by the way? I thought he was on 5. I think we just missed one.
yeah, I was looking at Drunky. I did not see him get hit.
This is going to be a scary area here for Drunky if he doesn't use throwing knives for these next enemies. But it looks like he's going back to the spot. He's finding his area. He's lining up with the binoculars.
Oh,
what a
that's so
snipe.
nice. Yeah, those are the strats I mentioned that I've seen them in the Team Hitless server. Some people
A lot
posting
of
those clips.
a lot of people find on if they're doing weapon only runs, Amana is an absolute nightmare to do anything with.
Yeah,
It can be done without consumables and stuff, but it is not something that you want to do every run.
yeah,
It would
and
be much easier
that
to
is
just
such a nice spot right there.
yeah, getting the enemies stuck there is way more comfortable.
Okay, he pretty much got done with Amana. Now he's just he got one more running section.
Yeah, he's got the little
Wait.
mushrooms to take care of. I would hope that he kills one more mage in this next area. But if he doesn't, it's not the worst thing.
Yeah,
And then he's onto the frog. And then he goes to crypt, which is not an easy area for a melee only run as
yeah.
well.
There's a lot of specific strats in the crypt with
Yeah,
like making the door guys turn around and all that stuff. Did
yeah,
he kill Licia?
yeah. I believe it's only Chuso that didn't kill Lycia because he didn't do Dragon Rider.
Okay. So she's gonna spawn there
She's going to invade, but at
for
least she's got a
Chuso.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuso can probably just ignore her and just keep moving. If he does it very fast, which has been consistent with what everything else he's doing, then I would imagine he's just gonna sort of run past. He's gonna fire the arrow, and he'll just
He
keep
won't
moving.
be a pro. Yeah.
No, exactly. Now we're gonna see a big level up here from Otz as well, and then he's gonna be going to Drang Lake next as well.
A lot of ADP.
We're also seeing mcswoozie take out all the enemies here just with a bow from a distance with the stone ring we mentioned earlier. This is where it really, really shines. The enemies don't even come close to him, and that's the big positive of using the
Yeah,
of the bow over something like Drunky's using, just a melee weapon.
absolutely. The bow is
And-
just incredibly useful.
And Chuso's even using the rapier for a lot of the enemies here in Amana, which is again not easy.
I love that Chuso has been doing so many like stylish, entertaining things just for the sake of having fun with it. That is really nice to see.
Yeah, real showman.
At the end of the day, we're just trying to have fun
Exactly.
with this event. So
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think the fact that he's going really fast as well. And I know that obviously, you know, we're seeing 3 people go through Amana. Like, how is he being fast? He's the one that's died, you know, the most out of everyone.
yeah, exactly.
Because he's been going for style points. He's had to do the mannequins 3 times. He's just been, you know, going very fast, but then having to reset every now and again. So the fact that he's still on pace with Drunky and Swoozie, just yeah, incredible.
And Otz is showing like unbelievable patience with those Rottens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's still sitting at 0. Like the endurance.
Yeah, I talked to Watts a little bit before the run, I gotta say. And he was I was in his chat and he was saying, if I get the strats down, if I really sort of nail these areas, I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to get you guys a no hit run. And so far, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. No caster curse here, nothing.
I'm not gonna cast your curse, but I gotta say, like, I'm not the most avid odds fan. Like, I didn't know him back when he did the DS2 stuff. I wasn't watching much of his Hitless stuff and all that stuff. But it's really exciting just having the thought that we might see a 0 hit run from him after all these years in a live event as well.
He's still got it,
So
dude.
exactly, it is, you know.
Yeah, blast from the past. It is as I said earlier, it's really, really great to see.
Oh, another death from Chuso to
Yeah.
the Beatles.
To the mushroom guys. Unfortunate.
Oh, and he didn't grab the
He
peach
got
bonfire
cursed.
either. Oh, he's got to go all the way back through again. That's really unfortunate.
Any YOLO Amanas?
I mean, we saw one. That was Junkie did it as
Yeah,
YOLO
that
as
was
he can,
as
really.
YOLO as it
Second ones?
gets.
Any second ones?
I would be very surprised if we see Odds take an hour and a half to get past Shrine of Winter and then YOLO Amana.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
That
Yeah.
would be the upset of the century, I think. To see that much time and effort going into making sure everything's spot on and perfect. To potentially throw it away to a bad enemy RNG or something happen like that.
Guys, I just want to take another moment to highlight that this is all part of a awesome charity event that Team Hitless has been doing over the last week, partnered with the American Heart Association's Revive program, aiming to help close the health equity gap and bring some much needed healthcare to people that otherwise might not have access to it. And we've raised $9,185.14 so far. Y'all have been so incredibly supportive. I think like 2,000 of that has been just during this event. And every dollar really helps a ton. So thank you guys very much for all that you're doing. And thanks for watching, enjoying the event, sharing it with your friends. It all goes a long way.
Oh yeah, we also have 600 people here right now,
Holy
and
shit.
this is just incredibly exciting for everyone. I hope you guys are having as much fun with the event as we are.
There's so much going on at the same time. I don't know where to look.
Holy moly!
Oh, that is so good from Drunky there. The weapon
Yeah,
is so
Drunky
long.
pretty much just kills the guy.
Did
The
he just
weapon
like
is so long
reach
that he
around the
just
shield?
he
Yeah.
just reached around. He gave him the reach around.
Wow.
Holy moly! Okay.
So this is the one room that again I'm very worried for Drunky here. This is not easy. He's got to snipe like every single enemy in here with throwing knives. Which sounds terrible, but it's even worse than you think it is. Swoozie's gonna... Oh, Swoozie's doing this strat. So what Swoozie's doing here is he's clearing out part of the crypt here. It's sort of like non-essential areas that you probably won't see the other owners go through. But the reason for it is Forlorn. If he gets a Forlorn here, what Swoozie's planning to do is he can go through all of this area that he's just cleared out now. He's going to destroy a load of these like grave-looking things in his next area. And he's just going to throw a bunch of bombs here. And then if Forlorn does come, he can run all the way back to the start of the crypt and sort of loop Forlorn around a ladder, which is
Oh,
just
very
a
nice.
super safe strat.
Well, now I hope he gets a forlorn.
Yeah, honestly, me too. It would be the best one for him, because of the amount of time he's going to spend setting up here. As I mentioned earlier, Chuso is definitely going to get the invasion from Lycia, and that happens in pretty much the exact same spot as the Forlorn would come. So Swoozie could definitely, in theory, just run past, but he would have to land that arrow. If he doesn't land the arrow, he has to fight Forlorn melee 1v1 with a rapier, which, as you probably can guess, isn't a great strat for Hitless.
Juso is dying in mana so much because he wants forlorn to appear. He's a real hero, dude.
The hero we deserve, or the hero we need, whichever one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
The hero we need, but not the one we deserve.
There it is.
So remember when I went to get some water?
Yeah.
Now I gotta go to the bathroom. So Pigeon is actually gonna sing another song for you guys.
This has
Yeah,
been
I'll
Biology
do it while
101 with Artie.
I'll do it while you're not here, Artie, and then as soon as you come back, I'll stop.
Okay, be right back.
How about that, Artie?
Is he gone? Oh, thank God, I don't have to sing. We'll just pretend that I did.
Scammed.
Oh, Chuso's strats these are very good strats that he's doing. But it's very, very scary.
He does everything so confidently. Like, even when he gets hit, he's just so confident while doing it.
He's getting hit confidently.
That's right.
But the strat here is going for is to turn this enemy around, as he just did, and then it means he can run up, kill this mage in one hit, and then the enemy doesn't notice him for some reason. So he's probably going to turn it around, give it a backstab maybe, or just 2 R1s, finishes it off. We do actually get a Forlorn on Swoozie's screen. We absolutely cast a curse with him. And here we're actually going to get to see the strat if he doesn't just kill Forlorn before then. And he goes down. So
Forlorn
turns out
forgot
he
how to
didn't
press
need to do all
circle.
of that. What Swoozie has here instead, he has a +10 black bow with stone ring and everything else. He can just kill this Forlorn before it even gets to where he needs him. And we've got a chair stream coming out from Otz now.
Look at that chair.
He's probably gone to join Artie in the bathroom. Drunky, though, very, very clean. He gets through all of Crypt super well. I think I'll download the VOD and staple it to my head because that was so good.
Yeah, we've had like some very clean runs out of these runners today.
Okay, now we're gonna get to see if Fallen comes for Drunky or not. Fingers crossed doesn't happen, because Drunky has not got any other way other than throwing a knife to try and get past. Looks like he's not coming, so that's good.
We got another Demon of Song.
The knife lands and Drunky gets through. Yeah, Chuso now on the last segment of the mana. Hopefully not going to get any nasty attacks. No more memes. And this should be enough damage with an R2 at the end to clean it up.
I love you, babe. Oh, we're not singing?
I just finished, dude. You just missed it.
Okay.
It was
sorry.
really something special.
Yeah. You'll have to go back in the VOD. You'll have to.
I don't know. It might get muted.
Oh, you think?
Oh
It was
yeah,
that
it was so
good?
good.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're actually getting copy striked.
Oh, sorry.
He sounded just like Shakira. You should have heard it.
Okay, and Velstat for Swoozie here. We're about to see Velstat for Drunky as well. They're both going in pretty much at the same time. Both with one hit. These two runners like neck and neck. Toe to toe.
Cool to see that Drunky like caught up after spending like a not insignificant amount of time in DLC.
Yeah, that's the power of Flens and not having to go through Seldora.
Yeah, it's
And Swoozie gets caught out.
yeah, that's unfortunate. I think that's partly what I mentioned after he got done with Shova. Like after he's done with Shova, it's pretty much a speed run to the end of the game because he doesn't really need to pick up anything else. It's just a whole process to get to throne room.
Yeah. He just clears through the Rottens and then it's just a straight path. That's the
Yeah.
beauty of Silver. It does make the early game quite simple, whereas all the other runners we've seen today have gone. Ooh, Drunky with the dodge there. That was very, very close.
Very
There's a
nice.
rare follow-up that Velstat does that he just about managed to regen his stamina and get back in time for.
Great attack to punish there as well.
Oh, that has ended many a run, let me tell you. But yeah, the shoulder route means that you just go. You can literally, if you wanted to, you could go last giant pursuer, and then rotten, shoulder, more rottens, and then you can just finish the game. You don't have to go through Seldora. You don't have to go through Bastille. You can just go that way.
Yeah. Very, very clean fight by him. And yeah. These runs are getting pretty exciting from here on out. Otz is getting to Dragon Riders now.
Yeah.
Still at zero hits. So we currently
still battling out. They're still very, very close. All it takes is, I think we're gonna see like Dragon Shrine coming up for Drunky, which is gonna be very slow with the spear, unless he just completely YOLOs it. So we could see a bit of a catch up there.
yeah. So currently we're looking at Otz is winning on hits, and then followed by Drunky, Susie got hit again. So Chuso at fourth. But overall, this is incredibly close. Like it's closer than the amount of hits suggest. Both in
Especially when you
time.
consider that in DS1, Flippy got 0 hits, and he's on Chuso's team. So he kind of bought Chuso the room to get to take more hits.
Exactly. That's a very good assessment. These are teams. It's a team competition, so we also have to calculate the amount of hits from every team.
And it's looking like we're gonna have a very clean Dragon Riders kill from Otz here. Again, the damage now he's got all of his stuff up. The damage is not too terrible. Again, this boss is more weak to thrusting attacks, so the slash from the twin blades isn't doing as much work.
Okay, Drunky actually scared me.
Oh my gosh.
I thought he would have to stop.
66,666.
That
You
How
is
know
did he
what
do
that
that?
means, dude? That means now people have to donate until we get to that money, that amount of money.
Any 6 donators?
I can give you 6 cents.
Speaking of, we are at $9,257 right now and 14 cents. Passing over that 9,200 mark, closing in on 93. That is a huge amount to have raised, and just like we raised over 2,000 today, and just during this event.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
guys. It goes
it's insane.
it goes such a long way. Again, we're raising money for the American Heart Association's Revive program, where they are working to close the health equity gap and help to bring more accessible healthcare to people that need it. So if you have anything that you can spare for the charity, it goes a long way. It does a lot of good. It saves lives. And thank you to everybody who has donated already.
And
And
you
thanks
guys
for
have already been
enjoying the event.
super generous so far.
Very clean by odds right there.
That was a textbook.
And we're back in
I'm actually
Velstat. Oh, we got
seeing,
2 Velstats.
2 Velstats now, yeah.
Yep.
Seeing one with RTSR and one without. So Swoozy's probably only dealing 230, 250 damage per hit. Whereas Chuso's probably going to be quite some bit more than that.
Drunky is asking if he should go for Throne Duo or Wyvern. I think Throne Duo early is better for your mental, right?
Yeah,
Because
for
then
an
you don't
overhit
have the
run,
pressure.
without a bow, I would say that this is perfectly fine. Going for this earlier, you're not going to be missing any damage. As you said, his build's already made. He's not got any extra stats to find. It's just a case of executing. And doing this early in a run, obviously, for if you were just grinding this run, this would be very, very optimal. Coming here, just taking the boss out. If you get hit, you can reset, rather than wasting an extra 20 minutes or so killing Giant Lord and Guardian Dragon.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a bow with a pole that long, He can just reach all the way across the arena.
Yeah. Dude. Are we gonna see the Chad Throne Duo strats? Probably not. But it would be cool to see that.
I think I've only ever seen the bow strats. I don't know if I've seen the melee only strats before.
So it's a strat that I've shown Gino, and then he made it like better, more consistent. Where you dodge the first deck from Throne Defender, you strafe Throne Watcher, and then you can hit her like 2 or 3 times. And depending on the amount of damage you have, you can actually one-shot her on the first opening, which is what Gino does in his all bosses run, I believe.
That's awesome.
But even in the any percent, you can like take over half her health away, which is just pretty good. And yeah, Chuso, he might do the melee thronies, but I don't know if he does this exact opening. It's really specific. We can see Drunky did not do it either. But either way, like even if you don't do that opening, melee Trondo is always exciting to watch. Although his weapon is so freaking long, it's barely melee.
Yeah. You can see he's also going for the poison.
Yeah, he's going for the poison knives, which is incredibly useful. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Just gets clipped by that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a quick hitbox.
I think if I were Drunky, I'd have picked up the dung pies in the gutter for this fight. just because you can throw them at the start and it makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think she was too close when she started running. Usually, like, she runs for a bit before attacking, but since she was already close, that attack probably came out faster than Drunky expected.
I'd say taking on Mirror Knight. As I say, this is one of the scariest bosses he can fight with his build.
Yeah, and his damage is honestly really bad.
It's
Okay, that combo did a lot of damage.
yeah, it's not that bad actually, and he's actually got him in the loop. I was about to say, oh, maybe not. He got him mostly in the loop by the looks of things.
Oh no, it's done.
Nice.
Lunk, nice.
That was
Should be done.
that was
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah, that was really, really clutch. The fact that Otz managed to deal enough damage to get him back into the loop was incredible. Very
Yeah,
well
that
played.
was very clean.
Again, that's another sign of a runner that knows the game like the back of the hand.
Yep.
I didn't see any shield bonks either.
No, none. It's very good. What he did was he actually unlocked every other runner you'll have seen this run, locked onto
Oh,
Mirror Knight and just strafed around or rolled around. Otz unlocked and just let rip.
Yeah, that was very well played by him. Suzy getting to Wyvern. I wonder if he's gonna do the scripted kill. Probably not. Yeah,
No.
yeah. So for the scripted kill, which is what you usually see in speedruns and Geno's runs as well, I think you just hit Wyvern's head, and as he wakes up, you can continue hitting the head. He does one attack, you just run under. Like, the way you position, he's gonna do a neck swipe. So you run under him and finish kill him on the leg. Yeah, it's super
So
positioning based, but it makes the fight pretty much free. But it takes a while to learn.
to get that particular strat working perfectly, you need to use the keyblade that you get from the Demon of Song, so that you're getting the higher hitbox chance, or the way the blade works where it swings, it like almost follows the head of the Guardian Dragon while it's waking up. I believe you also need to use a bright bug to deal enough damage. And then yeah, as you say, it's very position based. You have to run in on the right part of the fog wall, take 7 steps, do 3 attacks, walk in a certain position, and then follow up.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to do.
Not easy at all. It's might be harder to learn than just learning to fight. But if you're going for speed, it's just a must. Because that boss
Yeah.
can lose you so much time.
I would argue it's even worth learning it in a hitless run. If you've got the weapon to use, if you've got the stats for it, if you've got a bright bug that you can spare, having any boss killed freely is, why would you ever turn that down?
Yeah. Oh, Chuso
Especially if
actually
you
got the next swipe, which is pretty good. It's a better opening than what Suzy got. Got the stomp there as well. Nice,
and
very good
he's
RNG so
punishing it
far.
very well. He gets the flyaway. It's gonna
Okay,
be
yeah,
landing, and then we're gonna see a
fly
fire,
away again.
and we're gonna see another flyaway. Don't stand too close.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's
Okay, that's
preparing
good.
to fly.
Okay, that's good. If he stood too close there, that flying animation has a hitbox.
Yeah,
It's really weird, but if you stand underneath his feet while he's doing that, it
you
will
get
hit you.
knocked down. Yeah. Does it deal damage? I know you get knocked down, but I don't
Oh yeah,
remember if
it
it
deals
deals
damage,
damage.
definitely.
Okay.
That's a very clean dragon from Chuso there.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
like
really good.
that was textbook. He got decent openings. He didn't get too greedy. Those stomp attacks have a fairly large like hit radius. It's not just where the foot hits. It's got like a AOE to it as well.
Yep.
So he did very well to stay away from that enough to not be clipped by the edge of it.
Fogers in chat asks if time matters. No. This event is just purely on hit counts. So even if you take
Oh,
0 hits in 1 hour in a 1 hour run, you're still gonna be at the same spot as a runner that takes 4 hours. It's gonna be a draw. So yeah,
yeah.
The
So
zero
time does
bite.
not matter today.
yeah, time isn't like a something to mark the run by, but I think the question was more if he goes over the allotted 3 hours, is his run still going to count? I
Oh,
think yes, right?
yeah, probably. It's the last run of the day. We didn't really have like a time limit. I don't think it's just for schedule purposes.
And DS2 is a long run.
Yeah,
Drunky's actually doing
It
something
certainly
very
can be.
interesting here. He's positioning himself in between defender and watcher, which means that defender does not go for the revive,
Oh my
and
gosh, the body blocks.
instead just goes for Drunky. We got a
that
very
was
clean kill there.
That is a
very well
great
played.
strat.
That is
It-
textbook throne duo for lower damage. His damage was good. Like he probably didn't even need to body block him. But
It would have been
when
close.
when you're doing a run like SL1+0 or something similar, you have to do that. Otherwise, you're not gonna kill throne duo. You have to
Yeah.
body block and avoid the heal at all costs.
Even the normal 80%, using Seldora route, you should still deal damage to the defender before you finish off Watcher, or before you let him revive. If you've got a +10 rapier with Flins, which you might do if you go Shulva, then you can just about take him down in time from full health with a Bright Bug on. But
Yeah.
obviously, you don't want to have to try and make your Bright Bug last for 2 minutes and finish the fight quickly.
While
So
we
it's
have
always best
Susie-
to
a
do damage first.
while we have a little break between boss fights here, we have a donation from Tansu for $10. And the comment is any matchers mod check. Any matchers, dude? Thank you, Tansu.
Any matchers?
Any matches?
Our total is
Fish?
up to $9,342.14.
I was gonna say I'm kind of disappointed that Swoozie did not kill Ancient Dragon. It's the hardest boss in the franchise. If you guys don't know, it has so much health. It just has to be the hardest boss in the game.
It's a real test of skill, that one.
Yeah, so he just talked to the boss and ran away because he was too afraid of the difficulty.
And it gives you so many souls too. It must be hard. It gives you like 100 and something thousand or something.
Yeah, true. The boss is impossible to find. I also heard about a boss called Midir, but I've never seen him myself. Probably cut content. Drunky going through auto skip now.
And Suzy about to fight Giant Lord. Now, Giant Lord area is probably scarier than Giant Lord. What we're gonna see is if you go to
Absolutely,
the left here, that will have triggered the animation for the head to roll. And what he's gonna hope for is that that head comes along here and crushes both giants. These giants look like they're in a pretty bad position. I think it's gonna kill one.
Oh,
Not
it
even
didn't kill
one.
any.
So both giants are still up and very close to him right now. One of them's only
I
on
mean,
1 health, but he's going to stay here behind this wall and hope that this fire kills them off and deals enough damage for him to finish the other one with the bow.
yeah. I think it's gonna work out. Yeah. The giant forgot about him already. But he's out of range for the fire damage.
Yeah.
Apparently.
If Suzy wanted to be a tiny little bit greedy here, he would just peek around the corner, do 1 arrow, And then that giant would walk into the fire range again. If you want it to be super safe, he'll just bone out and go again. Chuso here, you'll see him do this jump. He's trying to get on this little platform here
Oh, I've
Um,
never seen that before.
and stop on that platform. If he can land on that platform without falling off, it means that he can shoot one arrow, into the enemies in the area, and they will all gather up, and then he can just run through.
And that's hilarious.
But it is
Let's
quite a
see it.
precise jump, and if he's standing too close to the sort of railing here, then the enemies can actually hit through that if he's very unlucky. So there's a way to avoid that, and it's actually by blocking. Blocking pushes the character model backwards slightly, which means that he will be out of range of the attacks, so nothing will be able to hit him there.
Insane strats.
It's an incredibly hard jump to land.
Man, how do people discover this stuff, dude?
I believe
Oh.
it's a strat that was
Ah,
found
he
by.
had it.
I believe it was found by Papa Fan.
Of course. Okay, that makes sense.
It's one of these areas that you can't. If you're doing like a low damage run, it's not pleasant to have to take the enemy out just by sheer force of just shooting it 800 times.
Yeah,
So I
true.
believe it was a strat made by Finn to just jump on here, land, and then shoot one enemy and move on.
Okay, mcswoozie going for the platform kill.
So he's going to roll through the attacks and go for melee attacks on the arm.
I
other-
find the platform kill much scarier than just staying below, but
That's a hot take. Most people find that
really,
most people find that standing on this platform, just dodging the two possible attacks that he can do, much easier because you don't have to learn the Giant Lord's moveset. Some people stand on here and instead of trying to melee punish, which can make them fall down, they use the bow instead.
yeah.
Personally, myself, I actually agree with you. I would stand underneath his feet and just stab at his ankles until he's dead. There is one strat that was found, I believe, not too long ago, where you can actually stand somewhere earlier in the Giant Lord area, and you can just fire at the Giant Lord. He can't hit you, and you can kill him before he has a chance to do anything.
Well, I actually did not know that.
We do love our teases.
Otz got through Shrine of Amana with 0 hits. Now he's fighting the big frog.
And Drunky's on the dragon.
He got a rare attack. I don't know if you guys noticed, but he got the 3 spit shots from the frog.
You got it twice in a row too.
Yeah.
It's not too rare an attack, but he only normally does it when you're far away. So when you're far away from the frog, he normally has 1 of 4 attacks that it'll do. It'll either do like it slides along on the ground and just slides towards you. It has a big leap attack. It has the water attack. There's the big leap. And
Yeah, the
then
big
there's
leap is
actually
probably
there's a second sort of water attack, I guess you can call it.
nice. That animation, that was an attack.
And Chuso's on the spot, so he's managed to land on her. He's going to look over at one of these enemies, snipe it, and then he's going to point his character this way and block
Oh
with the
my
rapier.
god. There's
So
so
that
many.
pushes his character animation far away enough
That
that
is
he's
so
not going to be
funny.
hit. He's
My
waiting
God.
for all the enemies to come down. He's saying, "Come on, boys, come get some."
This is one of the funniest strats I've ever seen.
And then when he's ready, he'll just drop off here, and he's going to sprint all the way up those stairs. And he's not got a single thing to worry about.
Josh, I think we got a donation. You can read it if you want to.
Oh, you're right. Yes, we
they wrote
actually do have we have an anonymous donation with $10 that reads any matchers mod check.
Any
Tansu-
matchers?
Tansu bringing out the matchers.
Okay.
Any matchers?
Any razors?
Cool.
Thank you guys very much for the donations.
It makes me
Yes.
laugh seeing Chuso wave at these enemies that can't get any closer to him.
Swoozie going for the last 2 bosses in the game. RTSR set up already. I believe it's just Rondu and Ash, right?
Mhm.
I think he killed everything else already.
Yep, he's taking care of Giant Lord, so this is the last thing to do.
Very very good run overall by him. 2 hits so far. Hopefully he finishes at 2 hits.
Yeah.
Caster curse.
I was about to say, don't say anything, but yeah, as I said earlier, he is a very consistent runner. So hopefully, we'll see him finish on 2.
Hashtag blame Artie.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get hit 5 times at Rondu.
Something that
I mean,
like seems pretty consistent with the runners is like the runners that have been doing endurance runs for like a very long time. They are very consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when you do endurance, you get to know all the possibilities from boss movesets. So it's way easier for the runner to come back from a bad RNG on a boss fight.
Yeah. And this is why we saw when Otz was fighting the frog just now. Even though he got the nasty attacks, the ones that he really didn't want, he's still able to deal with it.
Exactly. Or when we look at DS1, for example, with CBD dodging the homing missiles from like
Four Kings.
circling the Four Kings instead of running away. So it's just small things and small optimizations that we can see from these long time runners.
Now, Chuso did the opposite of the strat that Swoozie just showed us for Giant Lord. He decided to just run past everything.
Yeah, it's what I do as well, usually.
Same,
But I'm
same.
not a hitless runner.
And
I don't know how
we're gonna
scary
see
it is.
him. We're gonna see him go for the ankles.
Very good.
I would
Much
personally,
much faster fight.
I would personally lock on, just because it's very
Ooh,
easy to miss attacks when you've got his big flared trousers in the way. Oh,
nice,
that is
nice
not one
dodge.
I would ever recommend anyone to iframe. That was super
Yeah,
tough.
absolutely. But that was a really good roll.
Holy moly.
And we actually have yet another $10 donation from Pixie, who says, "Thank you to all the runners and commentators for keeping me company while I work on my finals." Pixie, thank you very much for the $10 donation. Best of luck with your finals.
Good luck,
You're going to do
Pixie.
great.
You got this. Can we get some soul guys in chat for Pixie? You got this.
And we're seeing
Susie had a
Ash.
very clean throne do. I noticed that even using the bow, he played very aggressively, and it paid off. He killed Throne Watcher very quickly.
And Swoozie's almost done with the whole run.
Yeah, very good run by him. Walking away to bait out the lasers.
That's textbook, man. That's really great.
Yep,
Oh, and
very
Odds
well
gets
played.
taken down by the
Oh no,
shield
Oh
guys.
no.
Oh, I think
that's super
I
unfortunate.
think he missed his arrow, and instead of just burning out and resetting, I think he just tried to go for
Melee them.
a melee strat of just baiting one more attack and going for it there. It's still a fairly consistent strat if you can get one of them aggroed at the time, but I think he got both of them, which is
Yeah,
very unfortunate.
it's just unlucky.
And that's
Well,
Swoozie finished.
Odds is still in first place
GG
with the
Swoozie.
one hit, so we
Ooh,
can
and
hope
he
for
just squeezes through the shields this time.
nice, very nice. Yeah, GG Susie, amazing run.
And we're seeing Drunky just sprinting away from these last guys.
And now Chuso going to Trondu. I think chat said he does melee Trondu, so I'm excited to see that. Susie, feel free to come into the commentary channel and unmute yourself if you want.
I want to send him a ping.
But yeah, sure.
Odds pulling out the poison resin now. We saw it bought earlier, but I believe this is the first time he's going to make full use of it. He's got no RTSR for this because of the hit he took, but with the poison, maybe it's enough damage to make up for it.
Yeah, I actually have never seen anyone poison Vswed. This is new to me.
Now you say it, I don't think I have either. But the damage is super nasty. It's slash damage versus Velstat,
Yeah,
and he doesn't have the auxiliary buff from lightning resin instead.
two
So he's
very good
basically
boss fights going on right now. Oh, that's a lot of damage from Chusu on Throne Watcher.
melee
Uh,
thronies is not something I would
yeah.
wish on anybody.
Oh, I love melee Thronies. Like unironically. I really enjoyed this fight.
Chuso has done such a good job of just showcasing a very stylish run.
Yeah, very aggressive strats, and most of them are paying off very nicely for him.
It's a very good of him to only go for one punish there. You see Watcher was completely isolated and had just finished an attack. You
Yeah.
might think that it's safe to go for like 2 punishes, but if you do that, Watcher has a chance to just wind up a very fast attack and basically make you pay for it.
I think one thing that is really commendable about Chuso is I am not sure if he has participated in events within the Spanish community before. Probably he has, but I am not sure. But this is his first international event with Team Hitless, and putting him on the spotlight like this. And he told me he was nervous for the event, but he's doing an amazing job, like shaking off the nerves and just being as entertaining as possible.
Yeah, this throne is very, very clean. It's
Yeah,
actually
and
incredibly well played.
at the end of the day, if he finishes the run with 7 hits, or even if something happens, not a caster curse, I promise. This is still a very impressive run. 7 hits is nothing to be ashamed of. Pigeon, you participated in an event. I did as well. We both did very poorly in our our runs. But
That's
so
true.
we can say with proper knowledge that nerves are a huge thing in these
Massively.
races.
Not only nerves, but even like tilt. Tilt can be
Yeah, absolutely.
devastating on a event run like this.
So Chuso is doing a great job shaking off everything and just playing for for the entertainments and showcasing a great run overall. Oh, that poke was a great
That was
touch.
very scary. I'm
He's
I'm
making
still
such a
so
good job of
amazed
this.
that Otz is still in Velstat and still hasn't been hit.
Yeah. I think from what I've seen in this run, Odds is a very, very patient person. He doesn't rush any of the bosses. He takes his time. He knows his strat works and he plays to his advantage. And that's really commendable. I know I don't have the patience. I would be rushing these bosses down. But This is a really great run by Otz.
Chuso finishes off Thronies here, and he's going straight onto Nash.
0 hits on Tronies, which is very impressive. Anyone
Very,
who
very
has played
incredible.
DS2 will agree.
One of the hardest bosses in the game to no hit, melee only. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Probably actually the hardest one to do melee only.
Oh, just one boss left.
The funny thing is, most of Chuso's hits have been just kind of like memes because he was having a fun time. On all these really difficult sections with difficult fights, he's crushing it.
True.
Yeah.
Also, what the hell was Nashandra doing? That was a melee laser. Honestly, I don't think I've seen that before.
She's evolving.
Yeah.
She's tired of all the bullshit.
Fun
She's like,
facts about
get me in
Nashandra. The Pigeon probably knows it. But you can bait out her laser attacks consistently by using consumables. And it's actually really useful.
And
Yeah.
he finished her
Seen it-
off with a 360 no scope.
Yeah. Amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah. The what was it called? That strat you're talking about, the using the consumable in the Nash fight, is used all the time in speedruns.
Yeah.
If you can bait out a laser, it gives you the counter damage. You can run in, you can deal masses of damage.
Hey,
And
so
now-
now Drunky going for Nashandra.
Yeah, we've seen one Thronies and
Hey,
then
what's going
another
on?
Thronies and Nash.
It's Woozie.
What's up, Susie?
Hey
Yo,
guys, how's it
Susie.
going?
Excellent run, dude.
Yeah,
Thank you, thank
amazing
you.
run.
It's Amana was a little bit of it was a little bit something, a little bit troublesome, but things happen. It's DS2 after all, right?
It is DS2.
Best souls.
Best.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a two hit run, and it was
Mhm.
incredibly clean.
Yeah, it
very
was.
well
Yeah, it
played.
was. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys just having me on. Really. This stuff is always really fun, and the charity stuff is congratulations, guys.
Yeah,
It's like
so
what, over
we-
9,000.
We're currently at $9,502.14. So we broke that 9,500 mark.
That's incredible.
Insane.
We started DS2 under $8,000, right?
I think we were under. I think we were under 7.
That's insane.
Oh wait, no, we
Dang,
started
dude.
DS2 under 8. We started the day under 7.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, over $2,500 raised in a single day is
Best
really
souls
amazing.
indeed. That's right.
Told you, dude. I told you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, congrats on all the other runners. It was really fun. And I appreciate you guys. Yeah. So
Yeah, we'll have to tally up the point totals for the teams and see where everyone stands, but it actually looks pretty close.
really,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, Chuso he took 7 hits, but Flippy
Mhm.
took 0 hits on DS1.
Right.
So
Kind of adds up.
and everyone else kind of took like middling hits. So
Right.
it's gonna be close.
Oh boy, can't wait.
It's gonna come
You
down
know,
to
it's,
DS3 for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna make the last leg very interesting.
Yeah. So it's a star-studded cast too tomorrow. Oh boy, like
Yeah,
it's Hob and Swed and is it Dino? And then
Let me just double check. Yep, it is Vswed, Dino, Hob, and TuleMM.
and Tool. Okay, cool.
It's gonna be awesome.
That is awesome.
Today
And
was
we-
awesome too. Thank you so much for participating today, Swoozie. It
Oh,
was
of course, man. I appreciate you
excellent.
guys as well.
Yeah,
put on a
great
nice
show.
dude.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll head off then.
Yeah, sure.
Let you guys continue
we'll
on.
get Chuso in here and see if he wants to do some commentary.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, dude.
All right. Of course.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. I appreciate
Guys,
it.
show some love for Swoozie. Fucking legend.
Oh, thanks. I'll show a cat on cam. You never know. I go crazy sometimes.
Which
we'll
one?
see.
Oh my gosh.
I'll show you. I'll see you. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later.
See you, dude.
Bye
Drunky
bye.
is yeeting
Oh,
himself into the abyss. I think he finished his run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Junkie
yeah.
finished his run. He killed Nash, and he's just deciding to throw himself off.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow, we have so many runs finishing at the same time.
Yeah, we saw one Nash, and then straight away we see the Thronies and Nash from Chuso, and then Nash again from Junkie. Super clean.
What's
start.
up, Drunky?
Drunky, hello.
What's going on, guys?
Yo, dude.
Great run,
Great
dude.
run.
Cool run.
Amazing show.
I love the weapon choice,
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
and I love the mana. Congrats on
Yeah.
that one.
My heart didn't.
No, mine didn't either. That was super clean, but so scary, dude. I'm
That
totally
looked
going back in the
clean?
VOD. Well, I mean, you didn't get hit, so it was clean of hits. That's good
Fair,
enough for me.
fair.
Oh, look at Swoozie Skitty. Aw.
Show us the beans. But yeah, GG on the run, Junkie. It was super nice to see such a different weapon, and to see completely different areas of the game. You were the only runner today that went through Shulva.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Very, very cool to see that. And,
Yep.
a very clean Shulva as well. I really loved seeing the bomb strat on that switch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, ritual _ taught me that.
Mm-hmm. Ritual's been coming up with some hot strats, but I've tried that one again and again and again, and couldn't get it working. So, well done on getting it to work for you in the first
you.
place, because that is
Yeah,
not
no,
easy.
it was a couple days and a couple hours and a lot of save
A lot of
loads
firebombs.
to figure it out. Yeah, to get like because the positioning there is so specific, but it's even worse to like get the positioning to kill the caster with throwing knives. So if Ritual didn't show me that new strat, I would not have done Shulva out of just sheer like annoyance.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it was
really
amazing that
interesting to me.
you finished like at the same time as Swoozie and as Chuso as well.
Yeah, my chat told me I caught up on a good amount of time with the with the shrine run.
That was amazing. Oh my god, that was legendary.
Yeah, that was big. I wanted to ask you one quick question as well, Drunky. The pursuer that you killed in Bastille, was that just for an early +1?
Correct. Yeah, I killed him just for an extra Twinkling Titanite.
I wasn't sure if there was anywhere else you could get that, or if that was just to speed up the upgrading process.
So the other options I have for Twinkling Titanite are behind the Falconers, which I can get to there early, but you just got to risk the Falconers. You can also get one in Shaded Woods behind the Booby Frogs before Nachka, and then you can get two after Congregation. So, but you end up getting 5 from a single chest in Shulva, so it evens out. So I decided not to grab those extras.
Yeah, when in the early game, I saw you get the paid spear, and I was like, oh wow, we might see a Shulva here. And then I saw you kill the pursuer, and I was like, oh, maybe we won't. Maybe you're just gonna do like go to the basilisks and go through that way, and maybe even use an ascetic on the bonfire to get more Twinkies. But it was super nice. Then I saw you kill the giants, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna see Shulva.
Yeah.
I was so happy, dude.
I was also
Awesome.
impressed by the giants being killed with firebombs. As I was saying on the commentary, we usually see it with poison. I personally had not seen anyone kill them with firebombs before. It was
So
pretty cool.
a previous route that I had was going to Gavlon to get poison throwing knives. The first reason was for Dragon Airy to kill those giants, because melee on them is not a good idea.
Oh, no.
But instead of going to Gavlon, I pick up 20 in Shulva anyways, so I was like, I'll just use these dung pies that I found in the gutter, take them down and fire bombs, because I don't like their wonky attacks with melee either.
Yeah. That was really well played.
But
I
Nobo
thought you might have
definitely
used-
adds in some different elements.
Yeah, I love that
thought-
you showed us something new. It was amazing.
So I thought you might use the dung pies on Thronies. That's where I thought they were going to go.
That was the original plan, and then I did try routing in, picking up the 10 additional in Shulva. but that's risky with those like bug things.
Yeah.
And then with thrownies, you saw me die trying to use the poison throwing knives, and so to prove it to myself, I was like, I'm going melee.
And it was very clean after that. It was a super nice fight.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks for all the compliments, guys. I'm glad it was a decent show between everyone.
Yeah.
Very decent.
Thanks for putting on a great show.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys. so much.
actually, like every run was pretty amazing in
Yeah.
in this event.
I'll let you guys commentate and stuff. I'll go back to hanging out and lurking.
All right, Drunky. Hey, have an awesome day.
Much love. We'll finish watching Otz, the god himself.
Yeah.
Guys, show some love for Drunky. Absolute legend.
GG's, dude.
Thank you so much for participating, dude. Well, just
course, thanks
one
again for the
more
invite.
run. Yeah, one more run to go. So, and we are getting very close to the end here. Just gotta go talk to Ancient Dragon, kill a Giant Lord. I was told at the start of the game that that was the last giant, but apparently we have one more. And then Thronies.
Yeah. I would imagine Otz is going to use the same strat as Chuso did here. Jumping on the little pedestal, shooting one of the guys, and blocking.
You think so?
I would imagine so. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like it. Yeah, he's lining up.
Oh, nice.
And this just goes to show how difficult this is. You know, we saw Chuso earlier take maybe 10, 20 tries to get on this thing. And Otz is having a little bit of trouble there as well. It's very tricky to get on there. You have to jump at a very precise time, at a very precise point.
Dude, how old is this strat?
Hmm, that's a interesting question. I'm not sure. I think it's probably at least a year or two, maybe. It's not a new strat by any means.
I wonder if there's
Interesting.
a consistent lineup that you can do with like the bow to make that more consistent.
Probably.
It probably is, but I think
I think he has the right idea. I believe Chuzo was jumping directly at the pillar, while Otz
Oh
is
yeah.
jumping at the wall and letting himself slide to the pillar.
yeah.
I think this is probably more consistent. But yeah, there might be a setup with the bow. Or maybe like a plunge attack.
I think you don't have quite enough time to plunge. Oh, and Otz has given up, I think.
He's just
I
going
think
for it.
he's just thinking, dude, I've got poison arrows, I've got a bow, I can take this guy down.
Yeah. This guy's fairly annoying, but as long as you're patient, and I know Otz is very patient, you can do this very consistently.
He's re-equipping the stone ring. He realizes he's not stunning enough.
Doing this in NG+7 is quite a chore. I wish I knew about the pillar strat before.
These dark arrows that Otz has got are really putting in work against this guy.
Absolutely.
We're going to see him go down to one set of poison, and
That was a very quick kill. Very quick.
Otz is giving it one last go to see if he gets it first try.
Okay, so 2 more bosses to go.
And for anybody who is just coming in, again, this is a charity event raising money for the American Heart Association's Revive program. Works to close the health equity gap and raise funds for life-saving research. There's a lot of people out there that don't have access to the health care and attention that they need, and this will go to help and bridge that gap for people. So all of your donations mean so much, and they go a long way to help save lives. So it's a really great cause. We are just over $9,500, and we are blown away by all the love and support. Thank you guys for everything you've done. And we got a whole we have another run tomorrow, actually. So I would not be surprised to see us get over 10K, which would be absolutely amazing.
Any $500 donation?
Any matches?
Yeah, any matches?
All the 10s add up.
True.
Yeah, really.
Well,
Like
every dollar
even
counts.
even a couple of bucks if you've got just a little bit to spare, it really does help.
Drunky, I actually did not check any of your times.
I think if I was to guess, the time between the two is probably between 5 and 7 minutes, something like that. Because it went Swoozie, Chuso, and then Drunky.
Yeah, Chizu finished before. True.
Yeah, so Swoozie finished, and then Chuso fought Thronies melee, and then Nash, which was probably 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Which, as we mentioned before, like it's really impressive how he died like 4 times and still managed to catch up with all the others through the aggressive strats that he had.
Yeah, and I just want to point out here, Odds actually got full on. It's the last full on possible in the
Let's
game.
go.
And you get it just before the King's Gate here. And there's a very easy way to deal with it. As long as you've unlocked this shortcut, you can just go back across the bridge, along the area, into the last giant fog gate, and bone out.
I mean, Last Giant. I think
Yeah.
Last Giant drops a key that is necessary to go through the game, right? He's not optional.
It depends. You don't have to kill him if you do the Giant Lord skip.
Oh,
which is
okay, that one
perfectly
jump.
legal skip, that one jump. But other than that, yes, it's not optional.
Any jumpers?
I mean, if it were me, I'd have done it. That's free swag points right there. Okay, so 3 bosses left. It's just the Giant, Thronies, and Nash. Okay, let's see.
Probably going to see a very safe strat here, right? Very slow.
I'm not sure.
Similar to what Suzy was doing.
No, we're seeing more similar to Chuso.
Oh,
It looks like
okay.
he's running straight past. He gets
Very
a little bit
nice.
stuck on the crossbows, the ballistas here, but
Uh-oh.
everything's timed well, and he just barely gets in there.
Nice. We'd love to see it.
He's gonna right bug and buff, and then
Wait for
I wonder how
another
he's
fire.
I wonder how he's gonna take down the take him down. I imagine using ledge strats with this weapon actually probably isn't very easy at all. I think
I
he's just going melee. Yeah.
do believe Odds
Oh,
goes up
oh.
the platform. Oh,
He's going between the
Yeah,
two.
he's
That's not good. He's
yeah,
debating us.
this is a little bit weird.
Oh, okay. That is not good.
That is concerning.
That when you're falling, you lose a lot of your iframes. You've got no chance to dodge. You can't do anything. And because he's sort of baited the Giant Lord so close to this platform, you'll notice his legs like going up, so he's got one less target to hit. That is concerning, and standing far away baits the nasty attacks. That was quite good though. The baiting the side swipe and then dropping down. I like that.
That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that before.
That is very cool. That must have been what he was going for.
Oh no!
No, the follow up.
Oh no, wait! I have never seen the follow up before.
I don't think he knew about it.
Wow.
Holy shit! This is Sag.
If I were him, I would just snipe him. Yeah, he's got the bow out.
That was a cool strat.
Should have
Yeah.
backstepped.
Guys, a huge shout out to these commentators, by the way. Artie, Pigeon, both of you guys have been doing an incredible job, as well as our commentators from earlier. It's really an honor to have some very great commentary with, you know, people that have a lot of insight on the games. Thank you guys for being here and being part of it.
Bless you, man.
Yeah, thank you, Josh, for having a nice voice. Really appreciate it.
That was my only qualification.
Dude, what is your microphone, by the way? It's
Oh, God.
insane quality.
It's one that I spent a bit too much money on. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, well, it shows.
Okay, we've got poison proc now. And this is what I was talking about. With him being on the lead chair, Otz, all he has to do is just dodge these 2 attacks. Even though he's
Yeah.
not dealing very much damage, he's dealing like 200 per hit. It's
Ooh.
quite slow. It's just very safe.
So,
It's very
fun
sort of like
fact,
OG strats.
I don't know if you guys probably know this because most DS2 no-hit runners have at least tried these strats before. You can disable his AI in the platform. I don't know exactly how it works, but I was trying this once and I was able to recreate it as well. He just turns around and stops fighting you
Really?
until you hit him again.
Oh, and
It's-
there's the backstep from Otz.
That's the back step.
Ah, just to show off and prove to Flippy that he can do it. He's still got it in him.
Yeah. Dude, the
That's
the
two
AI
backsteps,
disable
huh?
was hilarious. And that was a really good fight.
Yeah, that was that's a very clean fight when he just does it like that, and the backstep at the end there for a bit of flavor.
Now I wonder if he's probably gonna use bow, right? On Throne Duel.
I hope so, to be honest with you. I would imagine I would imagine that Twin Blades for Thronies is really terrible just because of the range. Again, as I said earlier, it hits all around you, but it doesn't have any range hardly. Even the running attack is not very good. So actually getting chances to punish they're going to be few and far between for this fight.
Yeah.
He's going to get
We'll
1 or 2
see.
last levels.
He still has a few
He has 53
poison
endurance,
arrows.
by the way.
That's a lot.
That
Though
just
to be
goes to
fair,
show how much this weapon chews through his stamina.
yeah. Though to be fair, I think it's Gino who says this a lot, that he would rather level up endurance than dexterity, for example. For a lot of these, like, at the end of the day, it's more beneficial than having more damage because I don't think he's gonna save many hits if he just levels up dex or strength right now.
No, I
So
would wholeheartedly agree with that.
yeah,
I made a guide for Dark Souls 2 not too long ago. It's a Shulver guide, and I got something like 35, 40 dex maximum, no points into strength, and just everything else into endurance. I think it ended up being like 50, 55, maybe even 60 points there, just simply because it is that much better to get more hits than less hits, but with more power. So
exactly.
something like having an extra 3 damage here or something per hit is gonna be nothing. Let's say he hits the boss 20 times, right? And he gets an extra 3 damage per hit. That's 60 damage extra. If he gets 1 extra attack, that's if he was using rapier, that's probably 600-700 damage difference. So I completely agree with Gino. Having extra dex is not as worth as endurance.
Yeah, and it's like if you deal like even if it's like 100 or 200 extra damage at the end of all those hits, even if you save like one hit, it's probably not even gonna save one whole opening since you get multiple hits per opening.
Yeah.
So yeah, endurance is honestly underrated.
Yeah, you see a lot of runners only build that up to 30 or 40 because that's, what's fairly comfy, and the soft cap. I would say go way higher than that. Just blast endurance, way better. Okay, we're gonna see him take the bow. I think that's a very safe strat and what I would definitely do at this stage of the game. He goes for 4 arrows at the
Got the
start.
poison.
He instantly gets poison. Watcher has a very strange AI thing. I don't know if you'd call it like a trick or whatever, where if you shoot the 4 arrows, she sort of just freaks
Oh,
out
he
a little bit.
survives. That's good at least.
Whoa.
That's the bright bug coming in clutch.
True. Unfortunate, but at least he survived. Like that's good.
Yeah, it would be very hard for him to come back into this fight and think, let's do it all again. Set up our TSR, walk all the way down,
Yeah,
and then go
it's
again.
really frustrating. His input didn't register. Yeah, that's unlucky. Drunky, time doesn't matter. So you're tied first place with Swoozie. But it's a team effort, so you gotta check the hits on your team actually.
Yeah, has anybody tallied up the scores so far?
Yeah, we gotta check out the teams and make a tally. I'll
standings.
try to do it real quick. Be right back.
And we see here,
Already
Otz is
MVP.
we're seeing a little bit of damage worked into the defender here. As I said previously, if you don't put some hits into defender, then you're not going to be able to kill it in time. He finishes off Watcher.
Leydybug took 6 hits, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's just waiting for that shield to go down any second. And there's a rare follow-up.
Did CBD take 2 or 3?
That's a great question.
I believe it was
Oh, he took
4?
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, so team 4 is in first place. Team 3 and 2 are tied
At the
for
moment.
second, and team 1 is last place.
Uh-oh, this could be bad for Otz if he doesn't have enough damage here. Oh, just barely.
Nice.
That was only a second away from being horrible.
Oh my gosh, the team scores are so close.
Yep.
It'll make for an
8,
exciting day
7,
tomorrow.
7, and 6. So only a gap of two hits between first and last place right now.
It all comes down to the last race tomorrow.
That's very nicely how
that's
going
really
down.
exciting.
He swaps to Twin Blade as she gets close. She's already poisoned, which is really nice. Nashandra takes like 8 arrows, I think. Or maybe 9.
Woo, twin blades. Yeah, these are a little bit less powerful than the Dark Souls 3 ones.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny little bit. Yeah. I think if Otz had maybe used Dark Weapon, the hex, as well as Dark infusing the weapon, I think he'd have actually been doing a lot more damage than
Perhaps.
the poison trick and using different buffs.
Not even getting a red iron twin blades, dude. SMH. Is that DLC 3? I think it is, right?
No, that's a mana.
It's a mana?
Yeah, it's just before the frog. So you kill like the little mushroom guys, and then there's that big area in the middle where there's like 5 or 6 enemies,
Hey,
Uh-huh.
and
GG.
odds finishes.
Nice. GG.
Well
GG. Very
played.
strong run with a very difficult weapon to use. That thing is super clunky, doesn't deal very much damage, and he's still performed really well.
I
Can
feel
I
like
just say that, like I said before, 3 hits, that's incredibly impressive. Considering how long Odds has been away from DS2 and Hitless in general, like, this is insane.
it almost seemed like he was doing like a low damage run with a lot of the damage he was doing.
Yeah.
Like an
Yeah,
extra
I mean,
added challenge.
this wasn't even a meta run.
Yeah, it wasn't meta, and even that, I would say as I said just a second ago, his damage definitely wasn't optimized. If it had used Dark Weapon and Dark Infusion or Lightning Infusion or anything like that, it would have done way more damage immediately than the poison did. But as I said, it's super fun to see these different builds with different weapons and trying different things. It's part of the Dark Souls 2 experience. You get to
Yeah,
try lots of different things.
I was impressed by the poison and a lot of bosses like Vswed. As I said, I had never seen that before. And yeah, as you said, like it goes to show the variety of strategies in Dark Souls 2, which you don't really see in the other games as much. And it just highlights how great the community for this game is, and all the strats that we've came together with to share for the past years. It really shows how far we've come, and
Oh yeah.
we love to see it, man.
Yeah, finding stuff like the throwing knife setups, that stuff takes forever to find a consistent setup for places like Amana or Crypt. It's not easy to get through.
Absolutely.
I know that there are a lot of viewers like me out there that didn't really get a chance to see, Otz during kind of his prime in Dark Souls. And so today was a real treat. And, Drunky is like a huge OG runner as well. And, it's just like I missed out back then. And it's really great to be able to see them running again
Absolutely.
and doing a kick ass job as well.
Yeah, it's super impressive stuff. I know that both of the runners have been putting some decent amount of time in prepping these runs, and you can see it's clearly paid off. The
But
fact they're only taking a couple of hits here, mainly to like memes and stupid stuff, is great.
if there's any rust, it doesn't show.
No.
Exactly. Well, if Otz wants to come into the post commentary,
Yeah, Otz or Chuso or whoever wants to pop in, if y'all want to do post commentary, talk about your
feel like
runs,
words and all this stuff.
feel free. In the meantime, I'm going to plug the charity again, guys. American Heart Association and their Revive program doing a lot of good right now, saving lives.
Hi.
And
I'm here.
hey, Chuso,
Hey,
So
what's
choose
up?
so.
welcome in. Great run.
Thank you. Nice. Thank you. I
Very
have
entertaining
a
run.
lot of fun. It's important thing.
Hey, friends, what's up?
Hey,
it was a
GG.
nice
What's up,
first,
Otz?
Great run,
first
guys.
playthrough.
GG all.
They told me Dark Souls 2 was pretty bad, but I thought it was okay. So I'm so sorry. I didn't do much research. What did anyone else try? What were your routes? Did you do anything spicy? What did I miss? Because I'll watch this again later.
So
So
many different runs today,
Everyone
man.
did something different. It was great.
Yeah.
Really?
It was a really great show of different runs. We saw Swoozie did pretty much like a meta run, just rapier,
Okay.
black bow. Really
Very nice.
solid run, very quick, very solid.
Very consistent, very efficient. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I missed the rapier so much in this one. I don't know if you guys got it, but there's some enemies I literally cannot kill with the weapon I have, and I have to bring other enemies to kill them in front
Rotten
of the giant gate.
4
But it's
looks
amazing run with the twin blades. I want to see it later.
It was
Thank you.
cool. You should
Actually,
you should
I
watch
think
it.
Rodden's not even the worst because he does have some damage to slash. But I remember when I died before Belstad to some dumb stuff from me, I didn't have the red tearstone. He took like 30,
Oh,
30, and it's a +10 weapon. Oh my god, it's so bad.
yeah.
That was
It
a
was
lot.
like what 100
Yeah.
damage per R1. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's
that
terrible.
was
And
ridiculous.
I
the
felt so bad.
yeah, no, and the stamina is really bad. Don't get me wrong, but the worst part is the recovery. During practice, there's so many places where I do an attack and I want to dodge, and my character's just like,
Oh,
yeah.
the stamina. Yeah, it's
I'll do it
crazy.
in a minute.
I'll just stay here. The recovery is so bad.
The last hit in Thronies was the stamina.
I thought my finger slipped because I did 2 rolls.
Oh.
I could have done roll and walk, I think, but I did 2 rolls. I just didn't look
Ah.
at my stamina. I guess it's just nerves, because that should have not been ahead in my opinion. Like I should have been better than that. But
It
yeah,
was still a
yeah,
super clean
chat
run
room.
though, dude. It was very, very fun to watch. Super
Thank
entertaining,
you.
dude.
I'm
Oh,
glad to hear.
and Chuso, you too. You put on a really good show, and it was entertaining the whole way through, and it was fast too. It was really
Thank you.
fast.
I
know.
take all the route and almost all the strats from Papa Finn. So shout out
Yeah,
to Papa
Papa
Finn.
Finn.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
I-
so good, runner.
His strats
I've-
are amazing.
I figured that a
I-
little bit when I saw you going through Dragon Shrine. I was like, dude, this is a Papa Finn special.
I know. I wanted
Yes.
to do it myself. Too. That was so
I-
fun.
We saw
I-
us try it.
I knew that while my practice, I'm like, okay, just be ready for this never to work. when
I
try.
feel like it's boring for me using the arrows all the time.
Yeah,
So
it is.
I try to use some faster strats, and it's funnier for me too. So
Oh, yeah.
when it's funnier, I play better. So perfect.
I'm glad.
I mean,
My
that's what
English
we're
is a
talking
little bit
about.
shitty, by the way, but
No, you're doing well.
I think I'm doing good.
Very
Yeah,
good.
no, I can understand
Very
you
good.
great.
Junkie, what did you do, dude? Did you get back and do Ross with the usual, or did you try anything spicy?
I ended up using Pate Spear, which it like takes Twinkling
Oh!
Titanite.
No way.
Dude, he went through
Um,
Shulva. Spear only
What?
Shulva.
Oh
No
my
bow.
God, dude.
He didn't use bow.
He
Alright.
also just ran through Shrine of Amana too.
Yeah, YOLO, man.
What?
Complete YOLO.
was
Complete
beautiful.
Are
YOLO.
you? No, you're joking. I
well,
need
we
to
put it up
rewatch
to a
this, guys.
vote, you know.
Oh my god! And you took 2 hits. You're insane, dude.
The first hit was the booby frog on the way to Shaded Woods.
What?
Yeah.
No.
so
when going through
embarrassing.
the door.
The
was your
consumable went
second hit
really
again?
wonky. The throwing knife just decided to go at a different angle.
Oh
and
yeah, Dark Souls.
It just
sucks.
caught up.
Drangwar,
Souls.
do you did the mana melee and running too?
I did, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
The
I love it.
I'm gonna back out of this call. I don't have the testosterone needed. Just
I
so
had to
you
repeat
guys-
it 3 times, but I love it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not consistent. Don't look at that and go, oh, let's just do that every time. Don't do
Right.
that.
So what's in store after this? For any viewers that want to keep an eye on this event.
Yeah,
Well-
tomorrow we're gonna have the DS3 race.
Big day.
Who's gonna be racing again?
Wow.
Hob,
Vswed.
Dino.
Are the teams
Vswed.
looking more or less balanced, or are there some outliers?
No,
there?
it's, the teams are freaking
close, it's
stacked,
close.
man.
They're stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I do
Yeah.
my best to make the competition close, because in my team probably in my team my teammate make 0 hits and I take 7. So now it's close.
That is the team spirit, dude.
Gotta even it
I
out.
appreciate the sportsmanship, Chuso. Thank you. Well, it was a pleasure, guys. I'm gonna go cry about the couple mistakes I made and celebrate everything else. By the way, this donation that I see on screen, that's awesome. We're almost at 10,000. Does that count all of our individual pages, or?
Yeah,
That is-
everyone
that's
together.
from everybody.
All right, dude. Well, I think we're gonna help it reach
Yeah.
a little bit quicker.
What
had
an
some-
amazing community.
We had an amazing time, honestly. Hold up. I don't want to put up any sensitive information on my screen just now. Are you sure you want to use PayPal? Yeah, hold up. But yeah, while I do my own thing, I'm just gonna take my leave. Pleasure being among you guys.
Also,
GG
uh,
Otzdarva, good run, man.
GG.
Thank you so
Once-
much. I'll be
once-
watching this later. with
once again,
pleasure.
running
and,
with you.
and the stuff tomorrow.
and thank you so much
Bye.
for wishing Forlorn on me.
Did you get any?
Nope.
Uh,
Got him.
Got him, dude.
I just want to say as well, I said it before, but I feel like I have to say it again. The number of hits don't tell the true story about how close this race really was, including
Yeah.
Chuso. We see 7 hits on Chuso, but like 3 or 4 of those hits were just him joking around.
Yes.
The mannequins, dude.
Trying the
360 no
360s.
Yeah,
scope,
360
yes.
no scope on the guys.
And then you got it on Nishandra, and I was like, yes, he did it.
It's redemption.
Yeah. But today was insane. Like the DS1 races were amazing, and this DS2 was just. I mean, DS2 is always awesome to watch, and I'm just glad I was part of this, and all you guys as well.
Thank you very much, Sardi. I'm proud of my run. I take 7 hits, but I am. If you think about it, the really hard things like the sentinels melee or thrownies melee.
Oh, it was so impressive.
I made it hitless, so I'm so proud.
Exactly.
Almost all
7
of your
hits
hits
and then
were just memes.
and
Yeah,
so
the
have fun.
sentinels fight was really cool. You running behind them, giving them no.
Then no.
Josh, I think you have some donations to read, maybe. Because
Holy,
Let me refresh.
something happened. We kind of got over 10K.
You know,
I think Otz might have did something.
I think he may have. I don't have anything on our feed
Maybe he donated through his own link. Yeah.
through his Tiltify. Yeah.
But holy fuck. I tried my best not to curse today, but
Well,
holy fuck, man. Holy shit.
guys, we made it. We made it to 10K.
We made it. This
We
is
made it
amazing.
10K.
Do you guys
This
know
is
what
the
our-
Thank you all.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Do you guys know what the
first
original
day
goal
of the
was?
event. It was 7K when we started.
And the original goal was something like, I think it might have been like
Eight.
1K,
The actual reason, yeah, probably like
at the start of the
1K.
week.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
And we're at 10K now, guys. That is unbelievable.
It's
Great
crazy. It's
community,
so good
numbers,
I think.
Thank you
Con-
to
Congrats all.
everybody
Congrats
who's made
you
this
all
possible.
for and you for making it for organizing it, stream it, all the thing. Applause.
I mean, thank
Hey,
you
thank
too,
you,
man,
Chuso.
for participating and everyone involved. Like, this is a community effort, and I'm personally really proud of everything we've achieved this week. Thank you, guys. Thank you all so much.
Absolutely, it
And,
was a lot of fun.
And we are in the medium of the event. Well, it's not the medium, but we have 1 day more tomorrow.
Exactly.
So,
And
Let's
the
see.
links will be open all through tonight as people, do their streams. So,
Yep.
and then, tomorrow morning and through the day tomorrow as well. So there is still more time, and we're still going to raise more.
Tomorrow
for
is super stacked. We've got Hob, Dino, Vswed, and Chuso, who's the fourth runner?
And Tule,
Tule. Yeah, exactly. So, dude,
El Betty.
insane. Tomorrow's gonna be insane. We've got great commentators. And the teams, all of the hits are so close. I think the first place is at 6 hits. Second place is tied at 7, and the last place with 8 hits. So it's just a 2-hit difference, and it all comes down to the races tomorrow. I'm incredibly excited to see.
Yeah, it's going to
how
be an
it's gonna
amazing
go.
show. I'm blown away because like this DS, people talk, trash about DS2, but this is one of the most entertaining, runs I've ever seen, and like group of runners that I've ever seen.
Yeah, same.
You're
Honestly.
gonna make
Wow.
me cry.
Do it, Drunky.
I'm
That's what we all came here to see. We want to see Drunky cry.
It's my childhood all over again.
but are good. I don't know how to say, like the ice water. It's good. It's good ice water.
A happy
Good
cry.
crying.
Crying, yeah, good crying, happy crying.
Ojos
Happy
de
cry,
agua.
yeah.
Ojos de agua.
Ojos de agua.
Well, I think we should just maybe close out and pick
Yeah.
a person to